0.
That's pretty good.
So far.
Okay.
So far, 0.
0 streams.
So hey, internet, how's it going?
Hello.
Hi, internet.
Wow, Chuck, you sound amazing.
Thank you. It's not funny.
It's kind of funny.
Yes, it is.
You're an asshole.
Why don't you have things that make you less flimmy in your system? 0.
What? I'm hearing the show.
I love how Chuck refuses to look even at the
I know.
camera. He's like,
Yeah, he's like-
here's the back of my head.
Well,
Fuck all y'all.
I don't get it. What's with you? Like every stream now, it's just there's Chuck's back and Chuck's head.
I'm looking at my peeps.
No, you know what we look like.
Okay, fine.
Oops. Look, stare into BJ's eyes.
Okay. BJ, I must tell you something. Look upon me.
Gaze
I'll look-
upon.
I'll look all
Chuck's
up on
visage.
you, Chuck.
Oh, yeah? Listen.
Yeah.
What's up, baby?
If you were a giant monkey robot,
Yeah.
totally have sex with you.
Oh,
But only if.
Right.
I know, because we role-played that the other day.
Oh, that's right. You said you'd never tell.
You'd never let go.
He lied.
Oh, would you like me to post this on the Book of Faces?
Sure, dude.
Someone posting it on the Twitters.
Whatever you like.
I can post it on the Twitters.
And the stream is actually working, so we can 100%.
The stream is working.
Like,
We have not dropped a frame so far.
awesome.
0 frames.
0 frames given. Oh, hey, one of the plot summaries on IMDb is the same one on Letterboxd. So
Cool.
apparently someone copied and pasted.
Motherfuckers. Do not laugh when you do that. Fucking spit take all over the place.
That's what I was going for.
No, don't.
Yes.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
Spit take.
Aha.
Not too shabby there, son. Drink your orange juice, Billy.
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 William. Oh, wait.
I don't know, Robert Loggia.
Robert Loggia is a-coming for you.
The music might start because I'm going to cue it up here.
Okay.
And because Windows Media Player, it's like, oh, obviously you want to hear that now. Right now.
I do.
Yeah.
What?
I don't know. This description is pretty good. I don't know what it has to do with anything, but
What?
Pretty good.
What?
The Twitter link?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I retweeted it because it's funny.
You know.
Do I?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Do you?
Why is this loose?
Chuck's fault. Chuck probably touched
I
it.
didn't touch it. I wasn't over there. You guys. I'm just not gonna say it. I'm just gonna sit here.
King Kong, is that you?
Guys are so mean. Sick.
Guys are so say what?
Yes.
So we already have an intro. We're good. Should we do it?
Oh, you got it?
Yeah.
We already did it?
Oh yeah. We didn't record it, but it's sorted out.
Okay.
This week on the BMFcast movie.
Yep, there you go.
Featuring Monkey.
All right.
1 star we're in.
All right. Welcome to the Mecha.
Welcome to the BMFcast. Hey, BMFcast. I'm going to talk like this.
Episode Kong.
Episode Kong.
Kong. Everything right is Kong again.
What?
Shall we start? Are we allowing time
I'm pretty high on cold medicine, but I also think everyone's being super weird tonight.
for... Yeah?
I just want to point that out.
Okay.
I think some of the ether in the movie spilled over into this room.
Sense
Yeah,
around.
ether.
Yeah.
Spilled out into the ether.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
Pain's
like
a hell
that
of a drug.
internet?
Kong, Kong. Drink your orange juice, Kong. Drink your Kong juice.
Right.
That's what he wanted the robot monkey to do.
Yeah. Jokes.
There was only one King Kong.
Is then that he was kidnapping you?
Yes. Shall we?
Shall we what?
up to me.
Make podcast?
Oh.
You know, the thing we're sitting down here to do.
Nah.
No?
Nah.
Okay. All right.
We watched the movie.
All right, cool.
Yep.
It was all right.
1 star, we're out.
It's all right.
It was all right, man. Giant monkey robot fucking. Kind of sums it up, doesn't it?
Pretty
Totally
much,
does.
yeah. You got to read between the lines.
I can hear the Banff cat.
Cat.
Hey!
Hi.
She's going.
Algebra time.
See, she's.
Are you trapped in a bear trap? Fuck is that cat doing? There better be danger in there.
At the very least, an insect.
That cat is totes having sex with something of yours.
There's a spider. Meow.
She
meow
does that.
meow.
Which I kind of appreciate, but it means I have to kill whatever insect she finds. Or trap it and release it out into the wild.
So she's just an insect detector.
Yes.
She's
See,
not actually.
Scott too agrees with me. He said, "Wow, now that is a movie poster."
It is. It is a movie poster.
It is. That is a true thing.
Though it does look like Robot Monkey is kind of having his way with the dinosaur. some your angry voices coming from out there.
It kind of does.
It's like
Robot monkey.
Eiffel Tower in this Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Come on, dinosaur. Dinosaur.
She didn't know if she was supposed to do the odd problems or the even
Oh.
problems.
Yeah, well,
Do them
set her
all, just to be
straight.
sure.
Yeah.
You know, better
'cause
practice.
you're gonna have to do the rest anyway
Yeah.
at some point.
Yeah.
Teacher's pet.
Meow.
Nah.
Meowsers. Jokes.
That's so funny.
I know.
All right, music.
This week on the BMFcast, it's the third week of April, and it's on like Mecha-Kong. 1 star, we're in.
All right,
Hey, Vevcast.
Episode Googleplex.
Bam.
That's a lot of numbers.
Googleplex.
Do.
Right.
Totally agree.
All right, let's do this. Move time like the present. Clap it up. Somebody. Anyone. Oh, Sicky's going to do it. He's going to spread the germs all over.
Here we go.
I'll give you like LeBron with cold germs.
Yep.
All right, welcome to the BMFcast.
Hey,
BMFcast.
BMFcast.
Yeah.
Hail, BMFcast.
Episode 222.
Ooh,
222.
it's
Yeah.
all twos.
Backwards or forwards?
Same difference.
Palindrome.
So I'm Harlow.
I'm Mackie.
I'm BJ.
I'm Chuck.
And what we do each and every episode of the BAMcast when some of us aren't dying is we go ahead and we watch ourselves a quote-unquote bad movie. We come in here and talk about it for the first half. Good bad movies, enjoyable bad movies. You get 1 to 5 jocks, those are robot jocks.
Yay!
Hooray,
that's
Robot
nice.
Jocks.
Isn't
It's very nice.
You know what's not as nice?
No.
It's when the bad movies
Oh.
doesn't stay away. They get a negative sliding scale. 1 to 5 bags as in douchebags after Twilight.
Oh, no.
That's
we don't
terrible.
like that.
No, that's
No.
not nice.
So here we are in week 3 of April.
Yeah.
And
Jokes.
all right. So you might remember I was adamant we needed to watch Ed because I'd never seen Ed, and then we realized Ed is 100% fake ass monkey, like bad CG monkey shines.
Oh, dude in a suit.
Okay, dude in the suit shines. So what did we do instead? We watched another movie with the dude in a suit, taking it way back to 1967, and King Kong Escapes.
Yes. Fresh new Blu-ray joint.
Yeah.
New
Yeah.
Ray.
So yeah, so we rejected that one movie for another movie with dudes in suits. But anyway,
I think here's the difference. If you got a chimp in your movie, you want it to be a real chimp.
okay,
Giant monkey, no such thing.
liar.
Has to be a man in a suit.
I saw the movies.
You can't put a giant ape in a miniature set. He'll destroy it.
Yeah,
He'll put that set's
that's
face off.
the point. That's
Well,
what you
have
want
to get footage, though.
Yeah, but that's why you have the cameras rolling
Yeah,
as soon
you
as
roll
you
like
let
12
that son of a
cameras
bitch
on
loose.
that, and
Yeah.
you got footage for years.
Hey,
Alright.
hey guys,
Hey,
how about we
guys.
do a plot summary?
Okay.
Something new. I don't know.
Sure.
Thought we'd try it. For
Whatever.
once. King Kong is brought in by an evil ruler to dig for precious gems in a mine when the robot Mecha-Kong is unable to do the task. This leads to the machine and the real Kong engaging in tremendous battle that threatens to level Japan.
Oh, tremendous battle. Yeah.
Tremendous.
Yes.
Tremendous.
It threatens to level Japan for the 90th time.
Uh-huh.
In
Poor,
the 60s.
poor Japan.
Yes.
All right, so now we can talk about whatever.
Okay.
Giant monkeys. Shines.
Monkey Shines. We did not
Yeah.
watch Monkey Shines.
Where does this movie start? It starts with Mecha-Kong, right? Before they go find Real King?
yeah. Doctor
Yes.
Who.
Yeah, Doctor Who. Dun, 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 dun.
Yep. This is, I don't know, the first version of Doctor Who
Is it?
hanging out on Earth.
Oh, okay.
Evil.
He's a gym lord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's mean.
He's trying. Basically, evil Doctor Who is trying to mine for element X,
Yes.
which, as it implies, is a MacGuffin. It's element X. It literally is what it says it is.
It says there's only 3 ounces that have ever been harvested on the
Yeah.
planet before now.
But under
But
this
it's
rock,
down there.
there's like a ton of it.
Yeah.
Tons of it.
Yeah.
10,000 tons.
Yep.
and he's
All the
built
tons.
Tons of it.
Mecha-Kong to dig for him, I guess, because what better creature to dig than the natural digging subterranean monkey
Right.
thing?
Monkey has digging
Like,
skills.
why not a giant gopher?
The movie
Or a
actually
giant
starts...
shovel.
Or a hedgehog?
Sure.
Or a giant drill.
Yeah, you sure?
Any of those things. But the movie actually starts with the submarine going, because they talk up.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
They're
yes,
like,
yeah,
hey,
you're right.
there's this island over here where there's a big monkey. We have this drawing of
There's a legend.
Yeah, Mondo.
it. And
Mondo Island.
Nurse Lady is like, well, let's go. And they're like, ha, 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 we're not going over there.
Yeah, it's a big submarine full of seamen and one lady.
Rhodes' reason, by the way.
Chuck will never not laugh at that joke.
I know.
Ever.
He's the target audience. If they make Chuck laugh,
Yeah.
other people might.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah, but there's one lady doctor on this ship, and I mean, of course,
Doctor Lady.
because
Lady
it's a
Dr. Lady.
because it's a it's the Godzilla company. What a
Toho.
Toho, yeah.
Toho.
I mean, it's completely dubbed the whole movie, even if they're American actors. It's dubbed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you describe her voice. Just yeah, it's
Aggravating.
it's like it's kind of like if Harley Quinn and Velma from Scooby Doo got together and did a voice recording session.
perfect. Nailed it.
Yeah, it fluctuates between the two.
Yeah.
Because sometimes she's just like, oh no, and then it's like, what? No. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, and apparently that's not even that actress's. I mean, it's dubbed, but
Sure,
it's
it's
not
not.
even that actress's voice, and she
Probably.
speaks perfect English, apparently.
Yeah.
I think she's an American, too.
She was
But hey,
or is. I don't know. She might still be alive.
She got expatriated.
Yeah. But yeah. So.
but it makes you wonder how bad her actual voice is if this is the voice they decided to use.
Yeah. Well, her IMDb trivia says she was a model who was like in Japan, and they were just like, you.
She was a model?
Yeah.
Ugh.
60s,
She's-
man.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, so yes, she's walking through the ship, and of course, all the guys are like, "Little lady."
Yeah.
And then she comes in and is like, she's the doctor. She's the ship's doctor, but she's like walking in and just like, "Hey, I go wherever I want, I guess, and tell me about this giant gorilla." Nah.
Right.
Kong. It's a legend, and Captain Guy's like, not a legend. Pretty sure.
Oh, it's real. I saw it. I've been there. Well, show me. Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an episode of In Search of King Kong.
Yes.
So
Oh God.
Yeah. But the ship, they're all like UN. It's like the UN submarine.
yeah, they're
It's all this
scientists,
multicultural.
explorers. It's actually called the Explorer.
Yeah, and they're just like on some expedition to do stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Find Kong apparently.
Right.
To expedite.
Yeah.
To get there faster.
Yes.
Overnight, guaranteed.
That's what an
Or
expedition
next
does,
Kong is
right?
free.
They do.
So yes, they talk it up and then cut to Doctor Who and his giant robot monkey guy.
Yeah.
Monkey
He's
robot.
Being funded by Madam X.
Is that her name really?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's all they consider? Okay. I never caught her name.
She represents a country, which they refuse to
Her
name
country.
the entire movie, but whenever she says it, they're like,
I'm going to go with Japan, considering that's when she has a change of heart.
I don't know.
She's
When
also
it's about to attack Japan.
Yeah.
she's referred to on the Wikipedia page as Madame Piranha.
Okay.
I don't remember them saying that.
No,
Yeah.
but that's what she's referred
The
to.
end credits referred to her as Madam X.
Madame
Madame
X.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm.
And
But
she's
she's also
also
looking for
played by-
Element X.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that's why the Madam needs her element
Yeah.
or something. I don't know. But she's played by Bond's Japanese sidekick from You Only Live Twice.
Right.
Yolt.
Yolt.
Yeah.
And she's basically kind of about the same character by the end of it. A little bit.
Sort of, yeah. I mean, she's like, the movie sort of sets up that, you know, like the United States and Russia have all the nuclear capability, but if they get this Element X or whatever,
All bets are off.
her country can totally like make a bunch of nuclear shit.
Sure.
So
Yeah. Just
that's why she wants.
MacGuffin plot thing.
Yeah, just
They
thing. We
want
got to
this
get sparkly
stuff.
thing. So
And they'll
of
just
course.
say that they need the X.
Unobtainium.
They need all
Exactly.
the X. They're having a big party.
big rave.
Yeah. All the robot monkeys are invited.
They are.
Yes.
So yeah, but okay, so they raise the big ass robot monkey and he goes down into the hole. All the while they're saying he's the greatest thing. He's so much better than the actual Kong, which we've never actually seen. It's just a legend, but he's obviously so much better.
Yeah.
Because look what he can do. He can jump down a hole and drop bombs from his utility belt.
Yeah, he's Bat Monkey.
Yeah.
Monkey bat.
Monkey Bat.
Yeah. So he just drops
Dr.
like
Bat
these
Monkey.
dumb little things that are on his utility belt and
They obviously are quite large, but it's just down a hole. You know, it's not like
yeah.
Yeah.
you would have any trouble dropping them from a chute
No.
or an airplane.
But the thing that they're
Or
saying
all
is
those
that
thousands of helicopters that they had. Yeah.
Yes.
That-
Well, they had two, but
organic life can't go down there because of the radiation.
Sure, but what? Yeah, because very quickly, like after he kind of falls down the hole he made, it crumbles on him, and they're like, "Oh no!" But he's fine. There's a lot of that, like, "Oh no, what's happened?" And then no peril whatsoever.
Right.
Everything's fine. But yeah, he breaks through a layer of rock and hits the glowing Element X, and immediately shuts down.
Yes.
And they're like,
magnetic
shit.
science-y bullshit.
Headbutts the ground, just
and-
like clang.
And Madam X is immediately like, "You're a failure. I'm out of here." So I told
She's
you were
Mrs.
terrible. She basically just does that. She's like, "I told you were terrible. I'm out of here. We're done."
Well, he goes and like pushes his techs out of the way. It's like, you know,
Yeah.
move. It's like, I can't believe you did. He accuses one guy of doing it.
Yeah.
Like, you did that.
He's constantly Nick Burnsing everybody in this movie. Just, he micromanages and can do everything better than everybody else.
Yeah.
So,
Well, of course, he's
Doctor
Doctor
Who.
Yeah. But
He's 900 years
just
old.
immediately, he's just like, well, obviously the X has fried his brain.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a shame.
Yeah.
We will build another one, and
This
now we're going to
time,
build another one.
Don't chintz out and put shielding on the cables and
Yeah.
stuff this time. So let's do that.
He's like, why don't you fund us for another month or so, and we'll fix this. And she's like, nah, I don't know. I think I'm just going to go home.
Yeah.
Really, this has sort of been a life lesson for me. Don't
Don't
hang
give
out with
money
Doctor
to
Who.
evil doctors that make giant robot monkeys.
I'm going to go. I
Yeah.
got to catch a plane.
Got to go back to that country.
Yeah. My country needs me.
Yeah.
So,
But he kind of menaces her into saying yes, I guess. Just kind of like, oh, all right. 30 more days. Get to it.
yeah.
So, yeah, they go back to the drawing board. And then the submarine decides they're like, hey, there's an island. We should just stop there.
Well, there's
Oh, the submarine fucks up.
there's a
oh,
rock
that's right.
slide,
That's right. Yeah,
and
because
they
they're
have-
traveling like right along the bottom. Of,
Yeah.
like no reason.
like
to.
super close to just everything that would be catastrophic failure if they just tap up against it, which is basically what happens.
Yeah.
And it fucks up the submarine. So they're like, well, there's an island over there. Let's go. Maybe we can go over there.
Yeah, fix the rudder,
Yeah.
the ruddy rudder. So yeah, they pull over, and of course, like they
Pull over.
well, I just mean, they get in this
Pull this submarine over.
They get in the inlet, and for whatever reason, the captain, his first mate Eero, and Susan, the doctor lady, are like, let's take our sweet ass hovercraft to the island and just poke around.
It is a pretty sweet hovercraft.
Yeah.
It hovers over the water instead of on the water.
Yes, it does. Yeah, it's pretty dope.
Yeah.
It's got really bad doors, though.
Yeah, it
Those
does.
doors are the
No, the
worst.
stores were awesome.
Well,
Put
they're-
2-ton doors that
they're
open
cool, but
outward.
they're dumb
Up.
because they almost gull wing, but not exactly like
Yeah.
yeah. And there's
They
no
just put
there's
the
no
hinge in the wrong
Yeah,
place.
there's no-
If they made them suicide doors, you could get right in and out of that thing. Instead,
sure.
if you have an arm anywhere near it and it slams shut, you're losing that arm.
And you might be dead.
Well, they just need to put one of those like slow close things on it, like doors have.
Yeah.
You know, just that's what it was missing.
Nah.
Anyway, so yes, they take the sweet ass hovercraft to shore, and immediately like they're like, all right, Susan, you stay here with the car, and there's this crazy guy yelling at them from the cliff.
Yeah, there's
which sounds like a lady at first until they kind of zoom in. It's like, oh, he's an old dude with a beard, but he's just
Get off my island
and
lawn.
because Commander Carl, our hero of the movie, can
Carl.
understand
Carl.
everything because he's super smart.
Yeah,
You know,
he's
tough, Mr. American guy.
Well, he's square jaw American man.
Yes, I speak that ancient Japanese dialect just fine.
He's
saying,
saying, leave the woman here.
He is kind of like the Fox Mulder of this, where it's
Yeah.
like, wow, you know all this obscure stuff, don't you, buddy?
Yes, I do.
My name is
It's
Rhodes
my
Reason.
job.
I sound like this because I'm amazing.
Yeah.
Duh.
So he's like, oh, he's saying this is Kong's land, so maybe, perhaps we're in Kong's land. I don't know. Susan, wait by the car. We're gonna go. We're gonna go look around.
damn it.
Poor Susan.
Yeah.
So yeah, they get 50 paces out, and giant, terrible, mopey thunder lizard thing comes out of nowhere. This pseudo T-Rex thing comes
Yeah.
out and menaces Susan for a while, and
Kind of.
she starts screaming, and of course that awakens Kong, proper
Yes.
Kong.
Kong.
Yeah. And
Man, Kong looks stoned in this one.
yeah,
This is the most dead-eyed I think I've ever seen Kong.
did Toho make other Kong movies? Like, is this
Yeah.
a reused suit?
Yes.
'Cause, I mean, it looks pretty rough.
Like the year before was King Kong vs. Godzilla.
Okay.
So,
They must have wrecked this suit some because it looks kind of rough.
yes.
And I don't know why they decided, like, Kong should have big giant lizard teeth, too.
Scary.
Sure.
It
Yeah.
just makes
Something.
his face look really dumb.
Yeah, it does kind of.
And he can't close his mouth, so he's always just like,
Hi, God. I'm King Kong.
Sorry for the banana breath.
hi.
But yeah, so yes, he
Is
comes
there
to
a
the
dentist in
rescue.
the house?
And immediately I was like, oh, okay, so we are going to get giant guys in suit monster fighting wrestling.
Yes,
thing
we
going on,
are.
'cause they didn't waste a lot of time. I was assuming there was going to be a showdown between King Kong and Mecha-Kong, but
Yeah.
I didn't know it was going to be like they were going to throw in some other stuff because immediately they do this square off, pound on chest for a while, come at me, bro, for a while. All the while, Kong is kind of the first thing he does is like he sees a lady and is like, lady, and just picks her right up.
Kong's been alone on this island for a
Yeah.
long time. Just this crazy old man.
Yeah,
I don't even understand his language.
yeah. I don't know. They don't bother to explain the whole fact of like giant hand grabbing lady breaking shattering every bone in her body thing. Whatever.
Oh, he's
It
a
just-
gentle giant.
Yeah. But yes, it's the immediate Fay Ray thing of I love this lady and I will protect her and
Yep.
meh.
Yeah.
Yes. Man.
So yes,
Meh.
giant fight, Kong versus Thunder Lizard thing, Mopey Thunder Lizard.
What's great, like when they're both like doing their whole like we're gonna fight, and they keep just showing them like in their posing modes and everything. They keep showing the T-Rex like flexing its little fingers, like who cares? That's not going to do anything at all. But they always just have this shot of the three fingers just going, yeah. It's like, that's not menacing at all.
The kind of great thing about this is, they're squaring up like they're going to box, and because they keep showing his hands, like, I'm going to fight you with my tiny T-Rex arms.
Right.
And then, like, King Kong kind of goes in for a punch, and he kangaroo kicks him.
Yep.
He jumps up in the air and bottom feet kicks him.
Yep.
And Kong's like, the fuck?
Kong does not learn either.
No, this happens like 5 times.
Kangaroo kicked like 6 times.
Yeah. You would think, they live on the same island. Surely they've run into each other before. Do you not know this dude's moves by now?
Maybe he's just been hanging out in the cave the whole time.
I guess. I don't know.
Maybe the old guy's been bringing him food little bits at a time. Or something. I don't know.
Yes, maybe.
Maybe that's why there's only the old guy. Maybe he hit all the other villagers.
Yeah, maybe he just kept bringing in, like, this is Earl. He's the town librarian. Ah, shit. Okay. But yeah, they fight.
Yeah, and I don't know. It finally ends with like him just beating him into a pulp into the ground.
Yeah, he gets him on the ground and just punches him over and over and over and over again
Until things stops moving. And he's like, all right, we won.
Yep. And by this time, like, the dudes have been like, oh, maybe Susan's in trouble. Let's go see. They come running back and kind of drag her away, and Kong's like, wait, lady. And as he goes after her, the T-Rex like chomps down on his leg.
He's like, it sounds like a bear trap.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you son of a bitch. And then just grabs its jaws and doesn't fully like just rip them open, but
which he does the same thing in the original King Kong.
Yeah, but like to the point where this thing is just foaming at the mouth.
Yeah, but first he kicks it a few times with the other leg.
Right.
And punches it a few times. It's like,
let go. They're taking my lady friend.
Yeah.
My special lady.
Yeah. So the humans hop back in their sweet-ass hovercraft and are hightailing it back to the sub.
Yeah.
And Kong's like, wait, after he's beaten the mopey thunder lizard.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't know, they're halfway back to the sub, and then there's, like, giant snake in the water. No explanation whatsoever. Just, it's there.
This island
This
is
is Mondo
fucked.
Island. Yeah. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but it's a dangerous place.
The great thing is Kong goes to the beach, grabs a rock, and, like, because this, miniature hovercraft thing and this, giant snake, and he just perfectly chucks this rock and knocks it on its head. It's just
bonk.
It's kind of great. I mean,
but what's great about that is all that does is piss the thing off, so it messes with the hovercraft even more.
Because it's just causing waves, and this apparently the hovercraft cannot handle this because they are just in there struggling with whatever controls they have, which we never see. But they're just like, we're out of control.
And they're just getting like they look like they're going through a car wash.
Yeah, exactly.
Some guy with a hose just being like,
yeah,
it's raining.
Their fire hose budget on this movie was pretty good because there's several scenes of that just pumping all the water.
Fire hose budget.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, Toho. They have lots of fire hose budgets. So Kong comes out and just says, "I'm just going to wrap this snake around me and see if that takes care of it." So just.
Oh, that's fine. Go on without
just
me.
like a feather boa, just wraps this thing around him. It's just like, well, you guys can go on back to your boat. I'll deal with this.
I got this.
Pretty much what happens. Sort of just.
Yeah, they get on the sub, and then he's just standing out there going.
And then he starts knocking on the sub.
Well, yeah. Eventually, he decides, hey.
Well, they're like, let's dive now. And they're like, well, the boat's not fixed. And they're like, shit.
How long?
10 minutes. And then as soon as that happens, just the boat starts rocking. They're like, oh, God.
Maybe longer.
Kong's just up there like, hey, bring that lady back. No one on the boat is really reacting like,
oh, yeah.
There's a giant monkey up there. This is really weird. They're just like, well, we really need to fix this as soon as possible.
Yeah, lady? You want to go up?
Yeah, why don't you just go talk to him?
Yeah.
Just get up there and go talk to him.
You got a thing.
Yeah.
You just go up there and talk to him. So,
And, all that happens is that she goes up there and he's like, hey. And then she's like, well, we got to go. And he's like, what?
She gets up there. She's like, stop. This is where I live.
This is where I eat.
Yeah, this is where I eat and sleep. You have to stop knocking on it.
She's like, oh.
I love that she uses my parents in a foreign country speak with him, where it's just speak louder and slower, and they will understand what you're saying.
You
apparently he
can't
does.
do this.
She's like, you need
He
to
listens.
go.
Go.
Bad monkey.
So he does. He just kind of fucks off back to the shore, and they get back in the sub and start leaving. But then there's this shot as they're pulling away of Kong still like sitting in the water. just sad Kong.
Yeah, just like, oh, lady.
Oh,
It's my one shot.
I'll be here with crazy old guy.
Yep. So then they go back to the UN.
Yeah. And they're like, shit.
Like, check this shit out.
And they're like, UN, dudes, Mondo Island.
We fought a T-Rex and a giant snake. And they're all just like, well, congratulations, Captain, whatever your name is. Aren't you the best white guy on the planet?
Well, yes, I am.
I am
Thank you
pretty
very
good.
much.
Susan
I'm Zeb
helped
Brennigan.
a little bit.
Yeah, but then Madam X is there posing as a reporter.
Yeah.
She's like,
She's Mrs.
how do you...
X.
She's asking Susan, she's like, how do you think that you were able to control King Kong like that? And he's like, well, look at her. Jeez.
All the guys
Va
are
va boom, am I right?
ah, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, because all the guys are like, ha ha, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lady parts. Ha ha.
Yep.
Something
But
like that.
Madam X is there because Doctor Who has decided that
Who?
while they repair Mecha-Kong or whatever, they're like, well, they found the real one. Why don't we just go get him?
Oh, for pretty much from this moment.
everything he said in the beginning.
From this moment, like the fact that they found Kong and apparently he has the UN news channel, he's just like, fuck Mecha-Kong. Real Kong's where it's at.
Yeah.
We need real Kong.
Yeah. Even though like the first like 10 minutes is him just saying it's better than the real Kong. It's made of metal. It's a robot. I can control it. It's fantastic. That other thing is dumb. And then they're just like
immediately she's like, how are you going to control a 60-foot tall gorilla thing? He's like, I'm a genius. I got this. Hypnosis
worry about
that and stuff.
yeah, just science and I will
Yeah.
do things.
Yep.
And my sweet cape will
Look
help
at my
me.
eyebrows. I got
And my
this.
stripy hair.
But yes, so she, after listening and asking the questions about, like, once she puts the connection together that it's all about Dr. Susan, she goes to the bathroom and does some sweet 60s spy stuff where
Dr.
she takes
Susan?
she takes her her pillbox hat off and like turns her lipstick or no,
She
has
pulls
a
like an earpiece out of her hat.
Yeah, it comes out of the pillbox hat, and then her lipstick becomes the mic and stuff. So yeah, she makes a phone call.
Yeah.
A hat lipstick phone call.
Back to Doctor Who Island.
Yeah.
Hey, I know
he's
how
in
you can get.
Whoville.
Yeah, okay. I know how you can get this Kong thing. You got to get Susan and her boyfriends.
Yeah. He's like, sure,
Yeah.
great. Well, we'll deal with getting Kong, and we'll work on that.
Yeah.
So yes, their plan is to take their fleet of crazy helicopter models,
Yeah.
drop a bunch, lure out Kong, and then drop a bunch of ether on him and
Yeah.
knock him out.
They circle around the island a lot, which just irritates Kong to where he comes out and is like, hey, stop.
Yeah, like the buzzing of flies.
Yeah, but they piss him off enough that he starts ripping out trees from the ground and swinging them at the helicopters.
Yeah.
He gets one, right? Did
No.
he hit one? No, he never hit
No,
one.
he
No,
never.
he-
He chucks it at one and misses.
Misses,
and
yeah.
then suddenly he realizes he's too high.
Right. Because they are just bombs of ether just throwing them at the ground, and they eventually just knock him out to where he's just like, oh, man.
Good night, you princes of Maine.
Bang.
Kings of New England.
And they all land, and they're like, well, look what we did. This is pretty sweet. And the old dude comes out, he's like, rah, 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 rah. And Doctor Who's like, oh, that's nice. Blam. Blam, blam, blam,
that
blam,
guy.
blam.
Yeah.
And everyone's sort of looking at him like, you just killed that guy. And he's like, yep, sure did. Load this guy up.
Evil. What I do.
Yeah. How long have you worked for me?
Yeah. Don't you know me? So they play
I
like
think
the
we
claw
might be working
game.
for the bad guys.
He gave me a 2% raise every year. I didn't think he was
Seemed
that
all right.
bad.
I mean, he just killed that guy.
He just shot that old man.
The old man wasn't doing anything.
It was 1 week from retirement.
How do you retire from crazy old man on
I
an
meant
island?
actual retirement.
Yeah, death.
The big retirement.
Life retirement.
They probably helped
The
him
one
out.
that doesn't cost the government anything.
The big sleep.
Yeah.
But so they lower a bunch of claws from the helicopter and
Airlift Kong the hell out of there.
yep.
Yeah,
And so-
take them back to apparently the North Pole, because I
North
think
Pole.
that's the joke, because
Yeah.
they take him back, throw him in the cage, and Doctor Who goes to work on him with his hypnosis mind games thing, which is really just flashy lights and an earpiece in his ear of like, Kong, do what I say.
Yep.
And apparently it starts to work.
Yeah, but like as Kong is coming out of his stoned, demeanor, he looks over to the other cage where they've just got Mecha-Kong in there.
Why is it in a cage?
Well, you could get out.
You have to just turn it off.
Yeah, well, you never know with these things.
Okay.
But like, so Kong kind of is looking at it and just imagines like this actual Kong shell over the robot, and it's just like, wow, that's like me. I could go be with that.
That's what we superimposed on that.
Come on.
Yeah, well, maybe. I don't know.
I seemed kind of into it. You don't just superimpose.
Or maybe he was angry.
They fucking superimpose.
Like there can be only one Kong. I don't know.
I don't know, but whatever.
We don't know if you wanted to fuck it or fight it. That's what we're saying.
It's more fun to think you wanted to fuck it.
Yes.
It makes the movie a lot more entertaining.
Anyway, but that's what we had fun with for the rest of the movie. Is cut back to our heroes of the movie decide to go back to Mondo Island.
They pull right up at the coast,
and I don't know. They start going through some real stupid pseudo bullshit science here because they're like, I think Kong's still here. Look at this knocked over trees, and then they're like
smelling it, and it's like he fought a bunch of humans.
Yeah, he fought humans, and this is ether.
Yeah,
maybe he was knocked out and taken.
Hey, look, that guy's dead.
Oh wait, not quite dead.
Yeah.
Tell us, Dr. Susan, is he still alive? Yeah, he's talking.
Yeah,
and he's about to die. And
says a bunch of nonsense, and Captain Steve or whatever is just like, well, he said there was a great battle, and this and that happened, and Doctor Who was here, and
an evil skeleton guy took him away into the sky.
Yeah. And everyone's like,
skeleton guy.
Great that you speak this dead language. You're the
now literal dead
You're
language.
the only person left.
Go ahead, try and have a conversation.
Yeah.
It's like the last Latin just died.
So they're like, well, it must be my old friend Doctor Who.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, why do you know him? What? And never mind.
Not
let's
what,
go.
Who? Don't talk to me about Dr. Y or Hal.
Yeah. And they just show up at his door, really. I mean, it's not like...
Yeah, well, the bad guys show up because like they're like, just as a backup fallback plan to this hypnosis thing, we should probably kidnap Dr. Susan.
Right. Because she can speak to him.
Yeah, they land a seaplane like right in front of the island, and they're like, hey, Captain, Eero, and Susan, you should probably like come with us. And they're like, all right, that seems legit. Let's get in the plane.
Yeah, sure.
As soon as they get in the plane, Eero's like, I don't know if I trust these people. I'm not sure they're actually Japanese.
It's a weird running theme through this movie where they're always like looking at people going, I don't think they're Japanese.
Is this a Japanese thing? Like all other Asian people are untrustworthy besides Japanese? I'm actually curious because like,
most Japanese and the Chinese are not friends.
I know they're not super friendly. I'm just saying like that seems to be a running theme in this movie of like, if they're not Japanese, they're probably evil.
But it's like
there was a lot of shit that went down in that area.
Yeah.
But like especially later when Captain Steve is talking to what's her face and it's just like, wait a minute, you're not Japanese. What are you? And then just starts this laundry list of any other Asian country. It's like, it's not that easy. You can't just name a bunch of other Asian countries and she must be one of them. That's not right. I mean, there's physical characteristics here. It's not. They're not all the same. You're being racist, Captain Steve.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
You know, you work for the UN. You should know better.
That was uncool. Yeah. So they get in the plane and they're just like, well, this is probably a trap, but we're just going to go with it. I guess is like what they kind of boil down to.
Well, they're already up in the air. It's like, well, we can't do anything. I don't think he's Japanese.
Yeah. They're probably taking us to Kong, so the three of us will rescue him somehow, I guess. So they go.
Susan can fix it.
So they go back to Whoville and in the North Pole.
Yes.
And I don't know. We spend a large chunk of the movie at this part where they're...
Well, they send Kong down into the hole.
Yeah.
And they're like, go down there and dig. And he does. But then it's like, as soon as he gets to the X, he's just like,
tripping balls, man.
Well, yeah, well, he gets down there, and the whole time Doctor Who's like, keep working.
Yeah.
Don't stop working. Why aren't you working?
Well, he's falling asleep, and he's just like, don't fall asleep. Wake up.
Yeah.
It'll open his eyes, and then he'll get sleepy again.
He's like the world's worst boss.
Keep working.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was... Were we supposed to assume that the fact that the Element X is flashing / maybe shorting out the earpiece stuff, was that what snapped him out of it? I don't... Who knows? Whatever.
Plot?
He snaps
Maybe
out
he
of
was
it.
just sick of hearing that guy
Yeah,
yelling
probably.
in his ear. you suck. You're worthless.
He does turn on him awful fast because he's just like, you stupid ape. How dare you? You're worthless. And it's just eventually
it is kind of funny because like he's just clawing at and digging through this thing, and eventually he's just clawing at the air. Like
he's just looking. The thing's flashing, and he eventually just tears out his earpiece and throws it on the ground. He goes running like full speed back towards the base or whatever, and they slam the door down.
And then it's like forget about Kong for a while.
Yeah. It's like, okay, really? He's trapped out there, so let's have about 20, 25 minutes of just people talking.
Yeah. Basically, yeah. Like they lock him up.
They needed time to build the sets, man.
Yeah. They lock the good guys up.
Okay.
And then like the Madam X will come like take one of them, especially like Carl.
It's the worst.
To her room, and then like 2 seconds later Doctor Who will bust in.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, he's the worst boss ever. It's like, she didn't get it done in 45 seconds?
Yeah.
Well, fuck her.
What are you doing?
Well,
I'm going to come in and take charge.
She takes him back to her apartment in this secret lair or whatever. Is offering him a drink. It's all cozy up with him on the couch. And that's when he's like, wait a minute. You might not be who you say you are. And that's when Doctor Who is like, that's right. She's not. Ha-ha.
You were so close to guessing.
It's like...
You only had 30 more Asian countries to go.
She didn't even use her feminine wiles on him at all. Just give it.
Sounded like he was about to turn too.
Yeah, he's like, well,
if you pay me enough, this isn't a bad deal.
Yeah, you're kind of pretty, maybe, and maybe I could kiss you, and everything would be all right. Ah, shit, Doctor Who is here to kill
I've never
Joy.
known the caress of a woman.
Dr. Cockblock.
Because then they're like, take him out of there, and then set the temperature in the cell to 0, and lets him fuck around in there while it's 0 degrees for a while.
Well, this is all, but Dr. Carl or Captain Carl or whatever goes out of the there again, and so it's like Eero and Susan are left to freeze.
Yeah,
so they're like doing
he's like, take Carl to my office. I'm gonna have a chat with him.
They play chess while they're
that's
freezing.
Right. So we haven't played chess in a while.
Yeah.
Come play chess with me.
Thus the first Professor X Magneto meeting.
Yeah. So I don't. The chess game goes bad somehow. He's just like, take me back to the cell.
He wins? I don't know.
And they go back, and I don't know.
Yeah, they keep threatening the lady, and and they're like, "You're gonna do what we say," and she's like, "No, I'm not." Okay, well, I guess
we're gonna chain the other guy to the ground. Ha.
Yeah, and take you out and let him die. There's lots of menacing and threatening, and eventually,
but there's never anywhere. There's never do what we want you to do. No one ever comes out and says, "Do this or else." No, it's just this weird.
Just help us, like you will help me with something.
I'll never help you with that.
What if we really say please? As sincerely say please.
But it's so
You'll
dumb.
help me find a dentist.
The first thing they try, the dude is so close to saying, yes, I will help you.
Yeah.
Doctor Who comes in and fucks it all up.
Pretty much, yeah. But eventually Madam X is like,
worst boss ever.
I know.
I've turned again, so I'm going to unchain you from the freezer room.
Yeah.
Except I got found out at the last second, but she unchained Susan.
That part's later.
That comes later because, when he decides, how does he end up deciding that, I'm just going to unleash them both on Tokyo, because why not?
Well, what happened, Kong eventually breaks through the door, which causes, major havoc in the base.
That's what I'm saying. This has happened simultaneously. Madam X is turned.
No, that's different because
it was as the base was falling down.
No, I promise. Because the base is falling apart. All the guards are like, "Fuck this, we got to go." And Susan's like, "Oh, the keys are on the desk. Okay, let me unlock you." And then they go running out because they get caught again later.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
they're bad.
Yeah, because Kong breaks through, and then he's up on the surface.
Oh yeah, he just jumps in the water.
He's like, "I'm free. Yeah. I'm going to Tokyo. See y'all later."
I'm swimming from the North Pole to Tokyo.
So I gotta go. And they capture them again and chain them up again. And that's when Madam X comes in. It's like, well, he's going to Tokyo. My country doesn't think that's a good idea or whatever. We really shouldn't have done this. Help me stop it.
We were just trying to be a superpower. Now he's actually going to kill people.
Yeah. So we should maybe put a stop to this. And that's when she comes in and unchains them all.
All right. Yeah, we're skipping a lot of time, but it doesn't matter. It's just, like I said, it's menacing and dumb menacing.
Yeah, but she basically gets freaked out because Doctor Who is just like, well, we'll just let our mecha monkey beat the crap out of him.
Yeah.
She's like,
see what they can do.
Like,
see who wins.
People in Tokyo will die. And he's like, yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be great.
It's going to be friggin' awesome.
They're used to it.
Doctor Who, 0 fucks given.
Yep.
Yeah. So she lets them out off, and they're on a boat now because they're going to Tokyo with Mecha Monkey, and gives them those little water scooter things. I don't know, what do you call those? I don't know. Those
Aqua scooter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those little things that swim for you. I don't know.
Yeah,
but they kind of get caught, so they're like shooting at them as they're getting away, and nothing comes of it, of course, and they just get away.
Yeah.
So they go. This is one of my favorite scenes in the movie because like they get on land and Kong's already there, and so the military and everybody is like, citizens go hide to
Godzilla Patrol has kicked in and is doing their thing. They're like, hey guys, it's time.
Yeah. Go to your giant monster shelter. We got this.
Yeah.
Round up the military. So they're like taking aim on Kong now, real Kong, and that's when Dr. Carl and company bust into the room. And they're like, you've got to stop. Call back the military. He's not going to hurt anyone. Just let us out there. And the Japanese general that's there is just kind of like, huh? Who are you? Just like in the most nonplussed voice ever. He's just like, what?
Carl just bursts into this room with like a strategy planning session of all the military minds. And it's just like, you need to do this and go here and stop this, or else this will happen and blah, 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 blah. And he's just like, huh? What? Who are you? Like he's awoken this guy from his nap.
Like, I was just on autopilot. It's just fucking giant monster in Tokyo. Big fucking whoop. But
it's like, I'm Captain Steve from the UN. And they're like, okay.
Oh, the UN.
Yeah, okay.
All throughout this movie, all they have to do is say, I am Guy from UN. And everyone's just like, well, you do whatever you please.
Whatever you need.
Yeah.
Was the UN terribly a big deal?
No.
I'm pretty sure this movie and World War Z.
Yeah, I guess.
No one gives a
they
fuck.
do have that World War Z power of, I'm with the UN. Oh, by all means.
Yes.
Whatever you need, come this way.
Enter our war zone.
Yes.
So, yeah, basically, they ride up to the front lines. They throw Susan at King Kong. And she's like, hey, stop. Seriously.
Yeah.
Like, they've talked down the military because the military was like shining lights, and Kong's like, I'm going to rip some shit up. And then she comes
Kong
out.
suddenly hates lights.
Yeah, he does.
He just...
Lights are now his weakness.
The
Yeah.
lights.
He has possibly been living in that cave for who knows how long.
Yeah, but he came out, and it was daylight.
Who knows?
But, yeah, man, you shine lights in Kong's eyes. Kong is just like,
does not
motherfucker, you stop that shit.
But yeah, Susan comes out, and she's like, dude, chill, Kong, let's chill. And then, for whatever reason...
Everybody be cool. This is a robbery.
And for whatever reason, I don't understand the logistics of this, but Mecha-Kong essentially explodes out of a building.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like, haha, Mecha-Kong is here,
Like,
bitches.
did Doctor Who have a tunnel that went under this building?
I don't know.
Something?
He makes an entrance.
He does.
In a way that doesn't make any sense at all.
Nope.
But he's there.
But yeah, Mecha-Kong immediately is like, let's fight right here in Tokyo.
Yep.
And grabs Susan and starts climbing some tower.
Tokyo
The
Tower.
Tokyo Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
Sure.
I believe it is called the Tokyo Tower.
That's-
It is painted like a radio tower, but shaped vaguely like the Eiffel Tower.
But
If it-
apparently not meant to accommodate people going up it. Because
Well, no.
in the reality of this movie, they climb up, Mecha-Kong with Susan in hand, literally, and Kong starts following them, and they get about halfway up, and he drops Susan. Kong catches her again, probably shattering every bone in her body, but sets her onto a platform, and from there, she starts trying to escape while they continue to fight up on this tower, but she's crawling across, like, girders and beams and, like, just nowhere humans should be.
There aren't any ladders or
Yeah.
anything.
Even though there's a platform.
Yeah.
Well, yes.
But there's no way to get above it or below
Like,
it.
no.
like
of
why
course not.
there should be a staircase of some sort, a
You would
ladder
think.
or staircase.
Yeah.
I mean, if humans are meant to go up this,
Maybe there's a staircase on another part that she can't get to.
I don't know, but
Then there was a catwalk that went over and down to the platform, but she
Maybe.
thought, maybe I shouldn't go up near the
Yeah.
danger.
Well, there is a part where Mecha-Kong pulls just a chunk of this tower off and starts beating King
Yes,
Kong with it.
that was pretty
That
cool.
could have been where the stairs were.
Yeah.
Because he just
Sure.
like tinfoil, just like rip, and just starts beating King Kong with it.
yeah. But anyway,
It's a pretty good little moment.
For whatever reason, Euro is like, I'm gonna go save Susan. So he, like, because like no one's really ever in a lot of peril in this movie. He very quickly gets to where she is and is like, "Come on, let's climb. We're almost down." tower gets shaken a little bit because they're continuing to. The giant monkeys are up on the top still fighting.
Right.
And so they're like, "Oh, we fell, but we're already kind of the bottom. We're safe." Like really, just like
it's pretty much it. Yeah. It seemed like they were, I don't know, 100 stories off the ground, but they act like they're just like,
"Oh,
we can make it.
There's a roof, and we're fine now."
Yep.
And I don't know, Kong ends up like throwing Mecha-Kong off the tower, which pretty much shatters him. It's like, wow, great fucking invention. Just fell apart.
He broke apart before he even hit the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did kind of bounce his way down.
Shit,
But
it's
still.
made
They
in
threw just
China
a
or whatever.
bucket of,
bucket of
robot parts.
Yeah.
A bucket of Mecha-Kong.
Yeah, so, Kong kind of comes down and is like, yep, saved the day,
Yep.
killed that Mecha-Kong.
But the militaries are like, we still have to kill you, you know, because you're
No,
going to destroy Tokyo.
No, they're not really, because they're
but they're all still kind
they're
of
like, Doctor Who and his ship is getting away. And there's this scene where Kong is running, like, jogging down towards this pier and everything. And
Well, she used her translation
She's a
skills
Kong
with
whisperer.
Kong.
Yeah.
She's like, Kong, he's getting away, Kong. So Kong's just like,
Oh, yeah.
all right.
all right, I'll do this for you.
Yeah.
Whatever you
it's,
ask.
It's the scene of Rocky here because Kong's running down the pier and
Yep.
everything, and they're in a car like,
Speeding.
stroke, stroke. And he just jumps in the water and goes and fucks up Doctor Who's boat. Not a lot of aplomb to it. It's just like, let's do this.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, kill a boat.
Yep.
He's just ripping up everything about. Yeah.
Kills the boat. And, I don't know, like 200 dudes
Yeah.
inside that boat.
Doctor Who, does he die in the same room that he killed Madam X in?
Oh yeah, because he did shoot her.
yes.
We didn't mention that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get in a fight and he ends up shooting her. And she's the reason that Mecha-Kong dies, basically, is because she yanks all the
Yeah.
plugs
That's
from
true.
the old switchboard type thing that they have on the wall
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
before she gets shot. And
he
that,
gets
like,
pinned
shuts him
against,
off.
like, the circuit board, you know, like a big table.
We have a collect call from Mecha-Kong. Do you accept the charges?
But yeah, he gets
crushed.
he gets kind of crushed, and they got like blood coming out the mouth. It's like, wow, really?
It's a G-rated movie.
Yeah.
There's like 200 people dying here.
Yeah, he gets a little blood gurgly death.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Kong's just like, all right, sunk that ship. I'm swimming back to
Yeah, I'm going
Mondo
home.
Island.
You people are weird.
Apparently, Kong can just swim the length of the earth. It doesn't matter.
Nope.
Just-
Does as he
Kong.
pleases.
yeah. And they're just like, well, let him go. He's swimming home. Everything's fine here. The end.
America.
Yes.
Hooray! Thanks, Captain
I mean, that's
Steve.
really kind of movie.
Yeah, it
It's
really
like,
is just like, well,
yeah.
he's had enough of civilization. Ha ha ha, clip. This is like done. It's like movie over.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, and they show 5 cast members.
That was all that was in the movie. John.
I know. It's
Not necessary.
okay.
All right, let's rate it. There's basically no soundtrack, so obviously no Stargrove.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
There's
a
some-
soundtrack.
There's some.
There's a good
I could give you-
trumpet
It
wailing.
is your
and-
it is. It is exactly what you're expecting from a
Yeah.
60s rubber monster
all right.
movie.
There's 75% of the movie with no soundtrack whatsoever.
Okay,
Okay.
fair enough.
Rating?
Sure. I'll give it a rating.
Okay,
Yeah.
go for it.
Go for it.
I will give it 1 jocks. Movie's all right.
It's all right.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's a fun movie to watch with your buddies, which is the premise of our show.
Mm-hmm.
If
It
you've
is-
got buddies like us, you should watch it with them.
Yeah.
I think just sitting and watching it on your own, you would just be like, oh, there
Yeah.
are better movies like this.
You have to be a real connoisseur of these.
Yeah.
Because I'd say it's 2 jocks. It's a fun riffing movie for sure.
Yeah.
We had more fun making fun of stuff, and there's a lot of sequences where nobody's talking. It's just monsters doing stupid stuff.
Right.
That's fun to just joke around. But yeah, like you said, if you're doing it solo, you might have a little rougher road to go down.
Yeah.
But
The
still,
movie
I
itself-
think there's a lot of fun stuff in
Yeah,
this.
the movie itself isn't necessarily ever crazy over the top dumb. Like, it's never really helping you make jokes about it. You kind of have to make your own storyline as you go through it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just sort of a sucker for a lot of these movies where it's like they build these crazy models and then they're just like smash it.
Smash them. Yeah.
So, yeah,
I really wish Kong's suit was better
it's terrible.
because it's a really terrible
It's like
suit. That takes a
carpets
lot
flapping
out of
off of a dude.
Yeah, I mean,
It's-
Mecha-Kong's suit is better, and it's really nothing to write home about. But
Yeah.
at least it's clean and
Yeah.
looks more appropriate. I mean, Yeah, I will agree. I think it floats right around the one jocks area. It's just barely good enough for me to put on the recommend side. I think, but yes, do not watch alone. I mean, unless you just have a taste for these types of movies.
Yeah, but there are so many better ones to watch alone.
Yeah,
if that's your thing.
But yes, I mean it's a movie ripe for MST3King it. Just writing your own sub story that goes into it.
Yeah, I guess that's the only real redeeming quality about it, and the only thing that really keeps it in jocks territory is that it's ripe for that sort of night, but just a single jocks. Not terribly impressed.
Yeah.
God, Susan is so annoying.
Yes.
Yeah. I almost wish they had the original voice, the original actress's voice.
Probably sounded like this.
I wouldn't doubt it. But yeah, I guess we also kind of, this is the director of the original Godzilla.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like you expect a little bit more. I mean,
Well,
it's the same type of thing, but then again, the original Godzilla is a very different animal than this one.
It is. It's a lizard.
He kind of just got trapped in this role of this is what you're going to do for the rest of your career. And, most of it was just going through the motions.
Yeah.
I mean, this for him was sort of a treat because it wasn't a Godzilla movie. He got to actually have a different thing smashing stuff. So,
But still, it's a giant thing smashing stuff.
Yep. And there are better movies like that.
Yep.
Right on.
Let's take a break.
Let's do that.
Okay.
All right.
So how many movies did you have for the second half?
Chuck.
7?
Harlow. Mackie. What's his nuts?
Yep.
Did someone ask who What's His Nuts is?
Joe in the comments was having a hard time identifying us by sight.
Ah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Joe. Oh, yeah. Jesus.
Shut up.
Ugh. That movie. I'd watch that.
That spider sits there as a warning to others.
What spider?
That spider.
That dead spider.
Killed it.
That's right. It's a spider.
It's been there for a week. Hopefully. Long enough.
That's right.
Hopefully. It could have been another spider who came and ate the dead spider and then died in the exact same spot.
So I got 3 movies.
Wow.
I know he's got no movies
Yep.
because he was busy doing that other crap.
Totally.
Oh, man. And you guys recorded what, last Monday? It's been a while. Been a while.
And we didn't read any emails.
I noticed.
Okay.
I noticed.
That's how we got in and out so quick.
Yeah. That's what I hate. Like, the nights when I'm not here, it's something like, oh, well, you guys were done in 45 minutes. Okay. And then when I am here and I need to get home by 11, it's like, oh, let's talk about everything.
Yep.
Tumblr says, I should see what's happening on Tumblr. Of course you'd say that, Tumblr.
Tumblr emails are so weird.
Tumblr's dumb.
Hey.
I don't use it.
Hey.
That's why it's dumb.
Hey.
Hey, what?
I'm just saying hey.
Oh, hey.
Hey.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Ha!
Ha.
Ha. I love that Amy the Ape keeps favoriting all of our April posts.
Yeah.
Amy the Talking Ape.
Yep.
Welcome, Amy the Talking Ape.
Thanks.
We're glad you're here. We actually did not do a movie that had a talking ape because it was a talking ape.
Right. We don't like that.
I like that we didn't want fake apes and we've done 2 with fake apes now. Or wait, no. We almost did one with fake ape.
Yeah, we almost did dead.
Yeah, that's right.
But like I was trying to explain, it's like if you've got chimps, you want them doing chimp things, not a midget in a suit pretending to be a monkey. That's bullshit.
It is.
I don't want that. But if you're going to have a giant monkey movie, yeah, dudes in suits. Has to be.
Yeah. Like we said, they'll destroy the set.
Yeah. Can't have that.
No. They'll rip that set's face off and then eat it. It's no laughing matter, Chuck.
Oh, I think it's pretty funny.
Monkey face ripping is a very serious problem.
Is it?
It is.
Happened one time.
Haven't you seen all the armbands and the ribbons
Yeah.
about monkey face ripping awareness?
Yes.
It's Monkey Face Ripping Awareness Month. Aren't you? Haven't you heard?
They're furry bands that you have to wear. Black fur. Made from real monkeys. For awareness.
Mm-hmm. So did you see Draft Day?
Fuck
With
no.
Kevin Costner. You didn't want to see Draft Day? You didn't want to hear about the Cleveland Browns draft?
Jesus.
A fictionalized version of the Cleveland Browns
I
draft?
saw that trailer and I was like, who thought this was a good idea?
NFL.
Terrible.
I guarantee the NFL bankrolled that entire fucking movie.
Terrible.
Terrible. Terrible.
I guess they would have had to if they used the real teams in it because the
No, they
NFL
did.
didn't like some shit.
He is the Browns GM.
All right, then. Bullshit.
Dennis Leary's in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. So, yeah, so I watched the first half of episode 1. The Phantom Menace.
Ugh.
Yeah. It's weird, like, being prepared for that to be bad and then realizing just how bad it is. Like, when you watch that through a, like, I'm going to analyze this in a, like, on all levels. Like on filmmaking, on production, on character motivation and all that. It fails on literally every single level. It's kind of like, I realized it's like a, have you ever seen The Big Hit?
Yes.
With like Ludon. Like, to me, that is probably what Taste the Golden Spray, the movie that really rich guy decides he's going to make. Like, that's what the Phantom Menace is it's like super rich guy, nobody to control him, does whatever he wants, and does that. Like that's what that strikes me as.
Yeah.
It's just,
But
it's like, it's amazing.
the thing is that all subsequent viewings of that movie are tainted because there is nothing more pure than that original viewing of, oh my god, new Star Wars movie, and just having your having your level of excitement just crash the entire time. Like, oh, this is it, but maybe something good is coming. And just this constant like, oh, well, we've got this great bad guy, and oh, they killed him. Well, maybe it's going to end strong, and just never. And then you come out of it, and you're just like, I want to say it's okay. I mean, it's Star Wars, but
imagine going to the preview screening like I did 2 weeks early and feeling like I'm the coolest person on earth walking into that thing.
Yep.
And then everyone calling me afterwards and just being like,
yeah.
And Jar Jar makes me even more angry than
Yeah,
he could have.
you always think you remember how terrible it is,
and then it's worse.
and then it's worse.
It's somehow worse.
Yeah.
It's amazing. But yeah, I'm not going to talk about it on the show. I will once I've watched the other 2 prequels.
Good idea.
Yeah. So, because I'm realizing I really haven't sat down and watched any of those 3 all the way through since theatrical release. Like, I've watched bits and pieces of them because I'm like, all right, I'm going to watch Pod Race. That whole sequence is 15 minutes. 5 minutes of which is them introducing guys and setting up the race.
Yep.
And then 10 minutes is the actual race, which that goes a lot quicker than that 5 minutes of introducing assholes.
Sure.
So, anyway.
Movies.
Well, I know I've got the most recent one, unless you finally saw the Raid 2.
I did not.
Okay. But yeah, I've got
I saw New to Blue.
yeah.
New to Blue. Derp.
We also saw New to Blue. Ish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. Out last week.
And then back out the door this week.
Yeah. Some lucky fan is going to get to buy that from me on half.com.
Oh. U.S. Commander Carl Nelson.
Coral.
Captain.
That is a very American name, isn't it?
U.S. Commander Carl Nelson here.
Unless
played
it's
by
Carlos Nelson.
Played by Handsome McRansom.
Rhodes Reason.
Yeah, sure. Sure, that's his name.
So, I saw Captain America 2, and then I saw 2 animated movies, one of which is very new.
Rio 2?
No, Free Birds.
Rio 2?
No, different movie.
There's too many goddamn animated animal movies.
I know.
I'm going to talk about an animated movie. Well, two, actually. One of them has animals.
Rio 2?
We're going to have Animation Corner.
Okay.
Because I've got 2 and you've got 2.
Wait, what
We
corner?
don't do corners on this show.
Animation Corner.
What corner?
Animation Corner.
Huh.
Animated Corner.
Animation.
No, it's not May, and it is not a theme month. No. Don't even shoot at me. I did not.
Animation.
Yeah, no, you made it happen.
It's Aprilmation.
No.
Oh.
No.
Animapril.
Animation.
No.
Yes, we only watch animated ape movies.
Oh,
So
no.
start fighting those.
help.
No, I will not.
All right.
All right, you guys talk about some movies.
All right.
Talk amongst yourselves.
My clap.
This will be the only thing I get to do this half.
All right, welcome back.
Hey.
Second half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
Two,
talk about
two,
some
two.
movies.
All right.
I got a lot of movies to talk about.
So do I.
All right.
But I saw a very recent one.
Okay.
I missed last week because I was seeing Captain America, The Winter Soldier.
Mm-hmm.
Loved it. That movie's great. That movie is I think of all these complaints Chuck had about the other ones, and it kind of solves all of them. You know, like, why don't they call the rest of the Avengers?
Oh, yeah.
It's like they.
Thanks for making me sound like a dope.
Well,
Well,
we
call the Avengers.
it's you and the rest of the internet.
Okay,
that does
thanks.
that. But no, that amazing that movie has the best car chase scene since the Fast 5 vault scene. Flat out.
Wow.
Fucking phenomenal car chase in that movie. And then there's some really great action scenes that occur further along. And there's so many good callbacks to the other movies and so many good callbacks to the comics as well. And just all the characters in that are really, like, the new ones are great. Just, I have so few complaints about it aside from the end being another, oh my God, everything is falling apart. This is a huge deal thing. And, you know, just like the whole, it hews a little too close to how the other movies have ended, where it's like, well, we had these fun scenes, and now we got to have our huge scale, giant, everything is happening scene to finish out the movie for the last half hour. And I don't know. I wish they had gone somewhat of a different direction with that. Though but it's well executed and it's a lot of fun, but it's kind of like, it's starting to feel like James Bond movies where it's like, you know, you get to a certain point in them and you're like, all right, here they are on an oil rig doing the same kind of ending they've done before. You know, that sort of feeling.
Right.
You get that a little bit towards the end of it, but even with that movie is easy recommendation.
Yep.
Yeah. And, you know, making it a conspiracy type movie where there's shit he has to find out very, very quickly, you know, before things go wrong is it's a good way to go with it. And it's a good way to use that character because, you know, I love the heart and the earnestness of the first Captain America. This is a very different animal, but they still keep him with kind of that he's the one guy with a conscience type thing, and putting you know, the honest guy in the middle of the conspiracy is an old movie trope, but it works still. So
Cool.
and it helps when that guy's a superhero and can kick people's asses with a shield.
That's always a good thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, see it for sure. I liked it a lot.
Yep.
Sweet.
I'm hoping to go again soon, possibly tomorrow, if Chuck isn't dead.
Yes,
Don't
I hope
die,
I don't.
Chuck.
I hope I
And-
don't die.
If you can see it in IMAX, see it in IMAX, but if it's 3D, don't bother with 3D because the 3D didn't do much and actually warped certain things at certain points. But I did see it at a real IMAX in 3D, and
Was it real 3D?
no, it is.
Oh. It's IMAX, Dolby, whatever 3D stuff thing.
I don't know. I know it wasn't filmed in 3D. If that's what you're talking about.
I just mean like they call that real 3D. The
Oh
most
no,
of the
I was in
theaters.
I don't know what actual IMAX uses.
yeah, that's different.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
whatever actual IMAX uses, that's what I saw it in 3D in. But it wasn't that great. Didn't
Right.
add much.
Hmm.
So, but yeah, that movie's terrific.
Okay. You want me to go?
Sure.
All right, I got a new out on DVD and Blu-ray movie to talk about.
Okay.
Just came out this week. I saw The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. The Ben Stiller movie that kind of came and disappeared very quickly.
Yep.
It was not what people were expecting, was it?
No, and
or at least what people wanted it to be.
Yeah, that movie is a little schizophrenic. The first half of that movie is like, it borders on some really dumb shit. Like, there is one sequence in that, and I'm like, really, movie? You're doing this? That feels like it's out of fucking Jingle All the Way or something. I mean, like, really just out of fucking nowhere. Like, what is this crazy, stupid sequence that is happening?
Is there a Turbo Man doll?
I don't necessarily want to get into specifics yet. There is a doll involved thing. It's whatever. It's just this really dumb, really badly done CG thing. It's explained away by the fact that he's got these flights of fancy that go on in his head. Where that movie finally shines is in the second half, when like all of the fantasy stuff goes away and he actually decides to go do something with his life and have real life adventures, and he kind of stops imagining these scenarios in his head, because that's what it's about, is this guy that just goes to work every day, lives a very normal life, hasn't gone anywhere, and imagines all these greater things. By the end of the movie, I ended up really liking it. Like, the second half of that movie is strong, like really, really, really strong. And even more so remarkable about the movie is it's made me admit that I might be wrong, or at least that I'm reversing a stance
About
that
everything?
I've long taken. Possibly.
Whoa.
I am officially off the anti-Kristen Wiig
What?
bandwagon.
Wow.
That's big.
That's
Yeah.
powerful.
She's really good in that movie. Like, she is the perfect person to have cast for that part, I think, and is super endearing in that movie. And I was like, all right, lady, I'm no longer like you're no longer on my shit list. I'm not just gonna actively go, oh god damn it, Kristen Wiig. So that's something to be said about that movie.
That's something.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a big deal for you.
So it was interesting because, like, from the trailer, what sounds like the first half seemed like the more interesting half of that movie to me.
Yeah, and I disagree. There's, I guess.
and keep in mind, I'm basically solely on
No,
the
no.
trailer,
It's there are other things that aren't as atrocious as that one sequence, but I don't know. It's just when it's like, all right, get out of your fantasy life and go live a real life, is when it's far more interesting to me.
Okay.
So I don't know. There's some really good performances in it. Adam Scott's in it and just plays this utter asshole, which is funny because
that's
like
a shock for Adam.
no. I mean like bad guy asshole, like not
okay.
just like smarmy, just like fuck you guy kind of guy, and it's fun. Yeah. So I don't know. I enjoyed it. It's I say it's worth a watch. Like I said, I really enjoyed the second half. It had that, like, if what is it, Into the Wild? If like that had a happy ending.
Oh, wow.
Points. It's sort of like, I mean, I just kind of got that vibe to it of like,
Interesting.
when you get out in the wilderness and like start to explore life, and you know, things don't go so well in that movie, but this one does. So yeah,
Okay.
That's
I
good
enjoyed
then.
it. So I saw another new movie too. I don't know why I didn't leave with this one. This one's actually still in theaters. I saw the movie Bad Words.
Oh,
That's a movie.
how
It
is that?
is.
I was going to see that.
Yeah.
Jason Bateman.
Yeah. That movie's really odd, and it's funny. It is a funny movie, just outright funny. But I guess the best way I could describe it is like if Bad Santa had a better turn and ended up having characters you really actually cared about by the end, instead of just like, okay, he's not as big of an asshole, but he's still a complete raging asshole. I mean, that was kind of Bad Santa's problem, where it never really makes that turn of like, okay, you've redeemed all of your terrible behavior,
Right.
whereas this one kind of does. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. I mean, obviously it's not really a run to the theater thing. It was just like I was in a scenario where it was like, all right, I'll see this kind of.
Yeah, is it even in the theater anymore?
Well, it was. I mean,
I saw a billion and one commercials for it the week it came out, and then dropped off the face of the earth immediately after that.
Yeah. It has a vibe and a comedy style of Bad Santa and like Observe and Report. So it's dark, but it ends up turning around and being kind of heartfelt by the end.
Okay.
And there's an interesting, the secret of, you know, there's more to it. I like the story that they tell of why he's doing what he's doing.
Yeah.
It's not just I'm an asshole and I can do this. So
That's
it's
how all the trailers painted it.
Exactly.
So it's like, why would you want to see that?
Yeah, no, there's a better story to it than that. So have faith.
Right.
It's good. I would say it's definitely a worth a rental somewhere down the line.
Okay.
Shall I keep going? I mean, how many more you have?
I got 2 animated movies.
Okay.
To discuss.
Well, here, let's lead into
one
that.
of which is new to
Okay.
home video.
Well, here I'll say because it kind of
VHS.
segues. I should have done this in reverse order because I watched another movie that might happen to feature the voice of Kristen Wiig.
Oh.
Yeah.
I know I'm on a kick.
Oh.
I saw Despicable Me 2.
Ah.
Okay.
The first one's all right.
The first one is definitely all right.
I do like the
it
first one.
surprised me. And this one again, not bad, enjoyable. But the thing about this movie by the end, it was like, it's kind of it gets to that realm of like, okay, we can do this with computer animation, so we're going to, because it does some really crazy things. I'm like, it enters that realm of like just too damn busy, like some animated movies get these days.
Yeah.
It never turns a corner where it's like, oh, this is atrocious, like the Shrek sequels, where it's just like, blah blah blah, we're saying a million things at once, and this is just dumb now.
Is it just like a billion minions on screen?
Yeah,
kind of thing?
it's just like it's like CG masturbation by the end. It's just like, okay, you can do all this, so you are,
Yeah.
and
Just because they could.
right,
They didn't ask whether
yeah,
they
but I
should.
mean, it never just goes over that limit of like, okay, just stop. It never hits that Man of Steel, like, okay, there's just shit happening on the screen with no rhyme or reason to it. They thought it out. It's just you can still scale back, guys. Like, it's at a certain point, I was like, okay, just too much spectacle. So in that, I was like, started longing. I was like, I have much more fond memories about classic animation, and I really wanted to see some proper 2D animation. So I actually went back and watched The Lion King.
Oh.
2D.
Oh, Lion King.
Yeah, which I believe is, well,
Did you watch the 3D version?
No.
Oh.
I'll be honest, I was actually going to watch The Little Mermaid because I haven't seen that in years, and I believe Little Mermaid is the last official 100% 2D Disney movie, like no CG help whatsoever.
I think you're right, because Beauty and the Beast has
yes,
CG
and so
in it,
does Lion King. There's some sweeping shots where it's
Yeah.
like I'm pretty sure it was CG enhanced, even though all the main characters and set pieces were 2D.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can always tell in the background.
But like, I don't know. I couldn't find. I couldn't find it. It was one of those things. I was just like, I can't find a good copy of this right now. I'm not.
It's in the vault.
Yeah, it's in the vault. So
You gotta buy those blues
So I
when
was
they
like,
sell
all
on the
right,
market.
it's time. I'm going to watch The Lion King, and yeah, that movie's still great. I mean, there's so much more heart to a simple 2D animation. I just wish that style wasn't completely gone. Like, I've enjoyed the Tangled and Wreck-It Ralph's and Frozen was pretty good. I mean, I enjoy the new style that they're doing. It's not bad, but there's
People
just
like the Frozen.
people do like the Frozen.
They love the Frozen.
I don't know. I just those 2D
froyo.
animation things are just
Billy.
so
Billy,
they're just so warm and inviting.
wanna build a
Yeah.
snowman. Billy.
Yeah.
Continue.
No, that's it. That's just I don't have much to say. I mean, it's fucking Lion King. If you haven't seen it, you're
What was after the Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Lion
Aladdin.
King,
You forgot Aladdin.
Aladdin.
I think
Okay.
Aladdin was after.
But then there was like what was it, Pocahontas?
Yeah.
Aladdin
and
2.
No,
Mulan.
Hunchback of Notre Dame.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it went
Hercules.
Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Lion King, and then it was like the stuff
The
people
Emperor's
stopped
New
caring
Groove.
about.
Okay, so Lion King's where they broke it, basically.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think Princess and the Frog was the final, like, that looked like 2D animation.
Oh, yeah, it was. That was the official last. But I mean, I still think everything that's quote unquote 2D after that was still computer helped. Doing like the backgrounds and things. I mean, like they were like 2D animation for the characters, not the everything else.
Right.
Well, Disney's always cheated on their animation anyway, but
Like reusing frames and
Oh, yeah.
repainting things. Yeah, sure. But yeah, I'm just saying. I think Little Mermaid, if I could be wrong, was the last like the whole damn screen. Everything you see is animated.
I'm pretty sure you're right there.
Anyway, that's it.
Anyway.
Tell us about your animated.
I watched a couple. I watched Free Birds, which you probably don't even remember. Free Birds.
What do you want to watch?
It is the Thanksgiving themed one where the turkeys escape.
Chicken Run.
Kind of.
Turkey Run.
No, it's
Rio.
I almost don't want to say anything about this movie because what it actually is comes so far out of left field if you don't know anything about it that it's like,
Is it like Food Fight?
what do you mean?
is it a remake of Casablanca?
No, it's not like that. No, I mean like plot wise.
Oh, okay.
It's like Are you guys fucking serious?
It's actually a remake of Touch of Evil.
Yes.
Does it have a tracking shot?
No, it's the Magnificent Ambersons.
Ooh.
But it's not.
Deep
It's
cuts.
this one's interesting. It's not made by either Pixar or DreamWorks or Disney or anybody. Like, it's almost like an independently funded one, but it actually looks basically. I mean, the character designs are kind of kind of generic, but they got. Bless you.
Thank you.
You all right?
God bless.
Yeah, the character designs are kind of generic, but it's still, I mean, it looks like a big budget CG. You know, it's not like a food fight thing where it's like, oh, we didn't finish, but here it is. No, I mean, this is a real movie, and, you know, and they got like Owen Wilson and Woody Harrelson and Amy Poehler and Keith David is in it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, is it about turkeys?
Yes, it is about turkeys. It
On
is.
November 1, hang on to your nuggets.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
It is.
Birds.
And you know, it's funny, like, the marketing's terrible for it.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like
Obviously.
the fun of this is how it unfolds, and it's kind of tough for them not to give that away. As far as, like, you know, it's one of those cases where, like, well, what do you do? But it's like, if you have any interest in seeing, it's not great, which makes me tend to want to kind of spoil things. But I mean, there's a few jokes that are actually really funny in it, and the premise of it is just so ludicrous and weird that I enjoyed it for that. It's like one of those cases where I'd rather see an original failure than a generic success.
Does it go into space?
I can't really tell you what happens.
All
in
right,
this
then.
movie. I don't want to get into it.
I just feel like
It's
non-traditional animated movies at this point always end up in space.
no, it's not like that.
Okay.
But it's just really bizarre, but it all works in a way.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, it's like Woody Harrelson is really good in it too. Like, I didn't even realize it was him for a while until I was like, until there was a certain line he hit, and I was like, holy shit, that's Woody Harrelson. All right. I get it now. Owen Wilson, of course, you know Owen Wilson. But it's weird. I want to talk about this movie, but I don't. Only
Talk
'cause-
about who made it, because that's what made
Keith
me
David.
interested in this. The pedigrees you were naming off.
Yeah, the screenplay is written by Scott Mosier and Jimmy Hayward, and Scott Mosier is one of the producers for Kevin Smith,
Yeah, I was
all
gonna
his
say,
old
yeah.
90s movies. Yeah, he was one of the co-writers, and the director is the guy who made Jonah Hex.
What?
Okay.
But he was like an animation director on like Toy Story 2, Bugs Life, Toy Story, Monsters Inc., Finding Nemo. He was maybe not animation director, but he was one of the main animators on it. So it's,
And then the last thing you said was when I was like, okay, maybe I need to see this, because you were telling me that the original storyboards and stuff for it, or some of the
oh
original,
yeah, what is that dude's name? The dude who did Ren and Stimpy,
John
Basically-
K. That's what everyone
Yeah.
calls him.
Well, it
It's
was
Crick
basically
Fossey or something. Yeah.
And there are certain character traits in this movie for those people that you can tell came directly from the mind of a guy who made Ren and Stimpy. Because there's just some weird ass character traits for people.
Interesting.
But yeah, it's an animated movie made by weird people, and it goes a very interesting place.
All
It's
right.
got George
It's-
Takei in it.
It does.
And Keith David.
Yeah.
We went over all
Excuse
these.
me. I did not mention George Takei.
Oh,
I
okay.
did mention Keith David.
It's decay.
But anyway, I watched that, and then
it's rhymes with gay. His own words.
Whatever.
yeah, and then the most traditional of animation.
GIF.
I watched Fantastic Mr. Fox, which is all stop motion Wes Anderson animated movie.
Wes animated.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah. How's that?
It's pretty good, but it's got the Wes Anderson thing where it's technically it's really terrific, but it's tough to connect with those characters. And I mean, granted, I'm talking about freaking animated foxes and badgers and stuff.
Sure.
But his style almost fits an animated movie better than it does his live action ones. But there are people that, like, apparently there was a big stink about, there's question about how much he actually directed of this movie. And when you watch the movie, it's like, no, Wes Anderson directed this fucking movie. Like people who complain that maybe, oh, I'm not sure how much he did, it was more the animators. It's like, no, you haven't watched the fucking movie then. Because that is a Wes Anderson movie 100% through and through. Everything about it screams his weird thing that he's got going on. You know,
Okay.
like every shot is either face on or 90 degree. You know, there's never a 3/4 angle on anybody. Just it's a really gorgeous movie. I'll give it that. Like, the Blu-ray looks phenomenal. And just the way they animate all these characters with all the fur on them and how it rustles because of how the people have touched it to move the puppets to do everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it looks so good. I could just watch this movie and just study it on mute, not seeing any of the stuff that's in it because all that's gone on. And, and he's got a great cast as always. He's got Bill Murray is a badger that's also a lawyer. And it's just this whole little, they've created this whole little subworld for all the animals.
Badgering the witness.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's just George Clooney doesn't work quite as well as I'd like for that. Like, I don't think he fits Wes Anderson's thing as well as other actors do. And Jason Schwartzman, of course, is the asshole with a heart of gold type guy.
Yeah.
That he is in every single thing he does at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But they create a really fun world of all these little animals that have their own society going on, and then he goes and fucks it up by messing with humans because he's a fox who can't go clean, basically. So he starts planning a series of heists on, like, the farmer, the chicken farmer's place and the guy who makes cider and just all these other things. And that pisses off the humans, which really screws up the world for everybody. And it's weird, but I really enjoyed it.
All
but
right.
that is a Wes Anderson movie 100%, and made me want to go back and watch more Wes Anderson movies.
I know there are people who like that movie who like if you like it, you are a hardcore Fantastic Mr. Fox person. Like, you will start,
Well, here's my thing with that one is, when I watch something like Rushmore, I feel like every time I watch it peels another layer off that onion, and I realize something about it that I didn't before. I don't get that feeling with this. I get the feeling that he kept that story incredibly simple. And I think Moonrise Kingdom is similar in that way, in that I don't feel like there's the depth there that some of the older stuff has.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure I love it. I mean, I know I like it a lot, and technically it's a phenomenal film. Like, the filmmaking in it is fantastic. But I don't know if there's anything going on deeper than the surface level that is going on in this movie.
Yeah.
So,
that movie has its fans. I mean, people are just really into it. So.
Well, yeah. Well, Kylie is the best character in that movie.
All right.
He's a fantastic. He's the possum that is just kind of like the one who gets dragged along on all these capers, and he doesn't really know why he's there, and he's great. But yeah, it's a solid movie, but it's a weird movie. And if you don't like Wes Anderson, that movie is not going to change your mind about anything that he does. So,
All right.
yeah, but it's good. I can see why it has fans.
Okay.
All right. I will continue on here.
I've got because nobody else has anything.
March on.
No. I got an older movie I want to talk about, but first I have to point out a comment that was made on the YouTube comments here.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Scott 2 says, technically, I flipped my wig.
Scott loves his puns.
Yeah.
Just wait till we get to his email, for Christ's
I
sake.
know. I'm just saying that was pretty good. Anyway, all right, older movie. I watched Smokey the Bandit Part 2.
Yay!
No, not yay.
Oh.
I do not like Smokey the Bandit Part 2, especially not compared to the first one.
No, of course not.
It makes me question. I don't think I'm watching any more Smokey and the Bandit movies
Fair enough.
because the first one is golden and this one is not.
Oh.
Okay.
It has moments, but everything feels like that. Here we go again. What?
Yeah, but it does have some very strong moments in it.
I don't know. Just like Dom DeLuise in that movie, not good.
Oh, come on. Come on. Come on.
No.
Okay,
I'm not
fine.
going there. I'm sorry. I don't know.
The whole, like, I love the fact that he is just, the bandit has just become this terrible human being at the start of this movie. He's just a horrible drunk. And just he rode his tiny bit of fame for doing this dumbass thing into just living out of a hotel room and being a terrible human being.
I did enjoy the drunk Burt Reynolds scene where he's got bottles stashed all over the room. That I mean that
and the whole getting him back into the shape and like running on the horse track. It's all pretty good.
Stupid, but funny, I guess. I don't know.
That movie just has some bits in it that make me laugh. The the stunt craziness at the end of that movie, coupled with the PG rating to where they had to show every person getting out of a car so that the horrible accident you saw didn't result in a death of any kind is sort of irritating. But
I don't know.
You can seriously stop.
Yeah,
that.
no,
there's really no reason to keep going.
The funny thing is like, everyone's like, oh, that's where the outtakes started. That's, like the outtake movie.
Right.
But like the outtakes are weird because like it's all people getting fed up with the other people on the movie. Like, it's just like, it's funny because like, it's just like, we fucking hated making this movie because this person was fucking up, like, it's like if they included the outtakes of like making like I Heart Huckabees. Like, who wants to see that? Like, where we're just like, fuck that person that we're here 19 hours because this person can't get their lines right.
The Cannonball Run ones are funnier because it's just them having a good time.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, but
admittedly, that might have been a bit of extreme reference, but yeah, just saying. Anyway,
I know. Well, good. I'm glad that you got to that point where you're like, "Hooray, Smokey the Bandit!" and then, "Oh no, no more Smokey the Bandit."
Yeah, I'll just watch the first one again. And pretend it's other ones.
Good.
So another sequel I watched. I watched Red 2.
Oh,
I know
why.
Retired, Extremely Dangerous 2.
Again,
you know what's a much better sequel than the first one? Red 2.
Really?
I know that's not saying a lot because the first one's kind of like, eh.
First one is a lot of eh.
But the second one is actually a fun movie.
Okay.
Yeah. You can almost like watch the trailer for the first one and get the idea of who these characters are and just watch the second one. The second one is a lot more entertaining. It's a lot... It feels like a breezy spy comedy. Like the first one felt like maybe it was trying to be that, and then it never was.
Yeah.
Perhaps... partly due, the guy doesn't have a flawless resume, but something I look back to because I'm like, did the same person do this? Because it has a completely different feel. The director that did this one did not do the first one, but he did direct Galaxy Quest. Don't get your hopes up because he's made a lot of other shit, but I'm just saying, it has that, like, oh, okay, that's the vibe I was getting. We're like, we're going on misadventures, and it's actually kind of tied together well. Like, some movies are just like, we're going to a new place, and now we're here, and why? I don't know, because new set piece. But, like, his stuff kind of works, because Galaxy Quest was very much like that, of, like, new situation, new adventure, but while you're watching it, this makes total sense why they're there.
Let me ask you this one question. I know we've talked about Red on the show before, and I remember my problem with Red being that it was almost all too clever and too cute. Like, they were just all the situations they were in were just like too well choreographed. Like, shooting a rocket launcher and shooting a bullet and they hit, and then it's like, wow, that was cool.
No, that's all gone.
None of that bullshit in this? Okay, because that really irritated the shit out of me.
No, I think they do like one cool, like, sort of callback to the step out of the car thing that looked a lot shittier than it should have. Like Slaughter did it better. Right. For real.
Yeah.
But like there's a kind of a callback shot to it, but they don't, it's not like, look at this.
Okay.
It's kind of like, remember that thing they did? This is kind of like that.
Does Bruce Willis act like he cares in this?
Yes.
Okay.
Ish. All right. For part of the movie,
that was not a
no.
convincing
All right.
answer.
For the beginning part of the movie, he and what's her name? The Weeds lady, Mary Stuart Masterson.
No.
The other one.
Mary Louise Parker.
Mary Louise Parker. See, all these people with the three name names. Mary Louise Parker. They're doing this thing where like they're first acting like they're doing that like we got hired for a sequel, so we're in this shit again. Like they're doing that Lethal Weapon thing, and then it just kind of stops. Like luckily, it's like the first couple scenes they're in, it just has that vibe of like I was like, oh no, don't do that. Here we go again thing. I hate that in sequels. Just how do we get in the same shit?
Yeah, I was gonna say that's Die Hard 2.
Yeah,
at least Die Hard 2 flat out acknowledges that.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I don't know. It's just this one is a lot better made, and I would actually suggest watching it. Whereas like I was very lukewarm, almost don't remember anything about the first one.
Okay.
But Malkovich is like so much more on in this one, and Helen Mirren is so much more on in this one.
Right.
And then you throw in Catherine Zeta-Jones, who's actually good in this. I mean, it's far more interesting. And
Zeta-Jones.
I'm gonna butcher his name unless I look it up.
Catherine Zeta-Jones.
The Byung-Hun Lee, the guy Storm Shadow from the G.I. Joe movies, and I mean, like Mother and other Korean movies, but he's in it and good too. So it's just got good things going on, and it's got fucking Anthony Hopkins. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. It's a much better movie. I would say give it a chance.
Okay.
I was surprised.
I will now.
That was one of those that had been sitting on the DVR for fucking forever, and I was like, there, I will finally watch this. This is a thing I should finally watch after it's been sitting here for a month. So,
like, the first one totally put me off on this. Like, when they were coming out with this, I was just like, nope. First one was garbage. Don't care.
Oh, trust me, this is a much better movie.
All right.
All right, one last one. This is the final one. Another movie that I've been meaning to see for a while, and it ended up being better than I thought it was going to be. Finally saw Escape Plan.
Oh, yeah.
Schwarzenegger Stallone movie.
I've been almost watching this movie for months.
Have you?
Yeah, I've been close.
Like it's been. Oh no, it's just like you start to like think about watching it and then you don't.
Like been 5 minutes away from I'm pushing play on Escape Plan. And
all right,
then,
well
like,
let me see if I can maybe sell you on this.
All right.
I thought like this was going to be the worst parts of the Expendables 2. Like here we are together in a movie, yeah, adventures and bad lines, and no, and I like I liked about the Last Stand. And actually, I don't think I even mentioned it, but I watched Bullet in the Head, and I think I liked it better than you did. The thing I like about what these guys are doing now is pulling back from their 80s and 90s versions of themselves and just being okay to be in smaller movies. And I think that's why people probably didn't like Bullet to the Head, is it was just that it's a small movie that just happens to have Stallone in it. Nothing crazy was happening in it. And I actually fully appreciate that. It's like, we're older, we're not going to do the crazy shit we did. Let's just pull back and be kind of older, muscly dudes in a movie.
I get that. And that wasn't my problem with Bullet in the Head. But.
Yeah. But this one is just, it's a damn escape movie. I mean, it's planning it's the Great Escape, or more to the point, like Birdman of Alcatraz.
Right.
I mean, it's just a how do we escape this prison movie, and it just happens to have the two megastars of the '80s action movies in it, and neither one feeling the need to one up each other or anything like that. And it's a much better movie than I really would have ever thought it was going to be. I'm not going to say it's great. I mean, it's not like something. Oh, I have to go own that or anything like that. It's just like that was an enjoyable time watching that movie. And I just appreciate the fact that they don't feel this need to out one-line each other or, drop in their stupid catchphrases or anything, because they don't.
Right.
Nobody's I'll be back or...
They already did that.
I love that catchphrase.
They already did that in Expendables 2,
right.
and it sucked.
Yeah, exactly.
It's painful.
I mean, and it has an interesting twist to it. I mean, like, not like this makes or breaks it. It's just like, okay, someone actually bothered to write a story to go with this movie. So I enjoyed it. And like I said, I can't say, oh my God, you have to see this movie, but it's an enjoyable way to spend some time.
Is it made better by having them in it, or could they have put other actors in there and not altered it too
I think you
much?
automatically buy everything because it's them. Like, I think it's that kind of movie where you can just hire someone like that. And it's like, we don't have to take a lot of time spinning this yarn of a backstory, because you just look at them and go, they've been in some shit. They've done things before. Look at scars and look at them, and they've been around. They've done some things.
How is it made though? I mean, like, how is it? Like, technically, is it like You look at the Expendables movies, and a lot of times you're just like, this is made like a rookie, like someone out of film school made this, and it's kind of garbage.
This is all right, if I had to think of a movie that
like shaky cam bullshit, rapid cutting.
No. I mean, there's probably some rapid cutting kind of things going on here and there, but I mean, it's not a lot of action. I mean, it's a lot of like planning and things like that. I mean, it's a prison break movie, and it's good for that.
And Jesus is the warden, right?
Yes, Jim Caviezel is the warden.
Okay,
yes.
good.
Yeah, I have to think about that one for a second.
The biggest question: how's 50 Cent in it?
He's good, really understated, like to the fact that I kind of forgot he was in it until you just said that, because like he's not in the movie a lot. He plays one of Stallone's helpers, because the plot is, I mean, you probably remember the plot from the commercial, but it's like he is actually a guy that gets hired to go into prisons and break out to expose how people could do it. So 50 Cent plays like his guy on the outside, like his techie guy on the outside, and so there's like, once he goes in and is lost, that their story kind of gets pushed to the side a little bit, like, because it's mostly inside the prison, but he'll pop up periodically. And where is he? Why haven't we heard from him? That, that
well, Fitty's cut his teeth on about 100 Val Kilmer movies, so I mean, by now he's got his acting.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately,
it's like to work with a fat old guy.
You're not going to get 50 Cent from Gunn. He's not like, yo, dog.
Well, he's made 100 movies since Gunn. That's what I'm saying.
I'm just saying, like, he's just. a guy in a movie. You know,
Okay.
it's not like he's not doing crazy or anything like that.
All right.
Does he take out any helicopters?
No, afraid not.
Nah.
But yeah, it's
Yeah,
Ramps?
pretty decent.
Any
movie.
big ass ramps?
I think he might have been driving at one point. I don't know if there were any ramps involved.
Oh.
I think you should. I think you would.
He might have hit
ramps.
he might have hit a little ramp. Might have been a small ass ramp.
He hit that big ass ramp.
Might have just been like a handicap ramp, like pulled up on the curb or something. I don't know.
So he had a small ass ramp.
Nice.
Cool.
And that's it. I'm done. That's all the movies I saw.
All right.
It's a lot of
good night.
movies.
I mean, I watched Gravity again, but we've talked about that.
It's a good movie.
That movie's good.
I finally got the 3D Blu-ray and I hooked back up a 3D Blu-ray player. So I
Ah,
was like, it's time to watch this.
that explains that ancient piece of technology.
I know, right? Well, I just thought by now one of the new consoles would have 3D Blu-ray
Nope.
support.
Nah.
But no,
Nah.
Never
That's
coming.
too hard to program.
apparently.
Never coming.
Yeah. It's not technology that's in a $30 Blu-ray player you can buy at Walmart.
Yeah, exactly. So you guys ready for some emails?
Sure, yeah.
I am.
You guys kind of skipped it last week.
Yeah,
You
we
were
did.
waiting. You were waiting for my
Yeah.
You're the email guy.
sultry voice to announce these
You are the
emails.
email guy.
Yes, your sultry voice.
Yes.
Your velvety
Sultry.
tones.
It's so velvety. It's like just a piece of velvet rubbing
Dulcet
your ears.
even.
Yep.
No,
Like
see,
with a
I was trying to avoid
painting of
using the
Elvis.
word dulcet, actually.
I was thinking more
Use
like
the word
Velvet
dulcet in a
Elvis or
sentence
Dogs
without
Playing
tones.
Poker. Yeah.
Yes.
You don't.
Yeah, I was
That's
about
what
to say,
dulcet
you
is
can't
for.
use dulcet in a sentence without the word tones following it.
Which do you prefer, dogs playing poker or dogs playing pool?
Poker.
Poker.
Poker? Okay.
Always poker.
All right.
Poker.
I had a
is-
set of
pool is
4 of
just
them. We had to
absurd.
sell them.
Pinochle.
Nowhere to put them.
Nobody knows how to play pinochle.
Except dogs.
No.
Dogs know.
No,
No.
they just pee on their
Yeah,
knuckles.
they don't have knuckles.
All right.
That's why they're so good.
So, first up, we got one from Justin
Hi.
called Theme Months
Aw.
because it's our favorite thing ever.
We
I hope
love
he's
'em.
got one for May.
Theme months.
Please.
So Justin says, theme month ideas, and I won't even charge you guys.
Good,
Ar-
because we wouldn't pay.
Armageddon. You can go with that one several ways, such as Michael Bay movies or movies that just aren't good.
We can just watch Armageddon 4
Movies
times.
that just aren't good.
Aren't good.
That's
You know,
We kinda- that's what we
222
do.
episodes.
that's a broad category.
Let's do that in May.
That'll
Let's
be
do
Freedom
movies
Month.
that just aren't very
Movies that
good.
just aren't good.
Movies with animal crackers in them.
That includes Armageddon. We're
Or
not
we could
watching
watch
for the
Armageddon
podcast
4
because
times.
it's like 4 hours long.
It is kind of long.
Yeah.
Alright, I can tell.
Next up, Canuary.
What?
Movies that have the greatest living actor of our time, Kane Hodder.
Oh, I thought it
I
was,
thought it was like
Michael
the
Caine.
wrestler, or the wrestler Kane.
Right.
Yeah, well, you can't read it, but it's Kane. That
Okay.
probably would have made it a little
Sure.
clearer
Yeah.
for you guys.
Well, we can do one of
Sorry.
each.
I was hoping it was Michael Caine.
Michael Kine.
Yeah.
All right. He says, and finally, Casper Van Dien Sember. My respect goes out to any guy in a movie with Doogie Howser and giant cockroaches. But on a more serious note, I lived just outside of Casper, Wyoming, when they shot Starship Troopers, and after seeing it come out, I thought Casper was going to be the next big thing, action star wise.
Oh, I
he
thought
seemed
meant
to
the
have
city-
it all.
the city.
Yeah.
I don't. He seemed to have it all. Why do you guys think he never really caught on?
That's always kind of been a little bit of a mystery to me. A little bit. I mean,
Starship Troopers was not huge. I mean,
No.
It caught
ran
on
hot
on
and
video.
cold
well, what's her
with
face
a lot of people.
took off from it. Denise Richards. That was pretty
She-
much her thing.
No,
I
she
don't know
had.
if she didn't.
It was
She
'cause-
wasn't very
Well, she
good
got
in that
naked
either.
in Wild Things.
Yeah,
is
she
that
got
what it
naked.
was?
in
Yeah.
Wild Things.
Okay,
That's
all
what
right.
kinda-
Yeah.
But I think he's almost too generic.
Yeah.
There's nothing about Casper Van Dien that stands out.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Hey, don't tweet that because that man follows us.
I know. Well,
He's probably listening.
I love the movies he's in
Yeah.
because they're, and I love that he gets like a stupid mustache in a lot of them and just does weird stuff.
That's
like,
probably because they have to do something to
but
distinguish
wasn't
him.
there
Yeah.
also a point where he started making like only Christian movies for a while?
He
as
was-
well?
Did he?
He was that guy who would take anything that was good. He's like the Eric Roberts of just someone shoves a script at him and he was like, "Yeah, I'll do it."
So we just blame his agent then,
Kind
Or
of.
him.
I mean, it,
himself.
it's like it's weird. The dudes who are selective are always more highly regarded, but the dudes who want to work, everyone's just like, boo, they always make terrible movies. Well, it's like they probably make the same amount of good movies every year as the dudes who are being selective, but they just make also 20 movies a year and 18 of them are garbage. So, but yeah, he had a run of just stuff that was going straight to video, straight to DVD, and it could have been an agent, it could have been any number
I
of
think he
things.
just doesn't really stand out all that much. Like, Cary Elwes to me, I like him, and
Yeah.
I think he's funny, but he doesn't stand out much. He's got good comedic timing, but there's nothing visually that's terribly interesting about him, or acting wise, he's okay. And they both kind of just have these workman-like careers.
Well, it kind of reminds me of what happened with Jennifer Grey once she got a nose job.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Oh yeah,
she was so generic and unrecognizable as, you know, the chick from Dirty Dancing that she couldn't get parts because, like, she was technically, if you want to, she was better looking, and she thought she was better looking, but that actually hurt her career
Because nobody knew who she was anymore.
Well, yeah, and she just, nothing about her stood out anymore.
Yeah.
It's like if Jewel ever fixed her teeth. Just be like, who's that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Jewel.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
No. That chick had a busted grill.
Why are we talking to an old movie mogul? That chick had a busted grill.
She was like a Cadillac. You got a fender bender.
Sorry, Jewel.
Yeah, sorry.
Get Casper Van Dien on the phone.
We'll personally apologize to the people of Alaska.
Yeah. But isn't Casper Van Dien, isn't he married to Catherine Oxenberg?
Yes,
So he's okay.
he's doing all right.
He's doing all right. I mean, you know, I don't think it matters what movies he makes because he knows what he gets to go home to. So.
Right.
Right
Don't
on.
all actors. All right. Yeah. Anyway, next one up is from, the name on the email says Jared, but the title is Ed in Korea. It says, hey guy. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Jared.
No, it's Jared.
Jar Ed.
Yeah. No.
Kneel before
You'll
Zod.
see in a minute.
Okay,
So,
great.
Jar
Just
Ed.
think of the movie that we didn't watch because it was a fake ape.
Ed.
Ah,
Ed.
Okay.
So Ed in Korea.
I get it.
It's from Jared. He says, hey guys.
hey guys.
Jared here. Longtime listener and first time blah, blah, blah. I'm writing to you to draw your attention to a 2013 Korean film, Mr. Go. It's about a gorilla that becomes a baseball player and his 15-year-old manager. From the trailer, it seems pretty fun, and it has the honor of being the first Korean film to be completely shot in 3D. Enjoy what you guys are doing, Jared. And he sends a link to the IMDb page. Sent from my prototype U.S. military robot number 5.
Very nice.
Mr. Go.
I'm going to assume that movie's at least 2 hours long. Korean movies are not known for being brief.
No.
Mr. Go?
Mr. Go.
Just going to go out on a limb there. It's probably about 2.5 hours long.
You're going to Mr. Go out on a limb?
Mhm.
Are you? Sure.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
He's going to go out on a limb.
We
Yep.
need to get a 3D.
I'm going to
version.
climb up a tree like a monkey and then go out
And you're
Mr.
correct. 132 minutes.
Holy God.
2 hours and 12 minutes to tell the story of a monkey that plays baseball.
Why are
with
there
his
no
15-year-old
editors in
manager.
Korea?
I should have gone low like Price is Right, but
Oh, man, but the poster's pretty good.
Well,
It's a giant ape with a batting helmet on.
is it a real ape?
It looks like a real one, at least.
Could
In
be.
Do some research for next year's April.
Yeah. That's strong.
And next year when we have 2 hours to do every movie.
Right.
Nope.
It's going to happen.
Yeah, funny. That.
We're going to be watching shorts by the time next
Yeah,
year
we're
rolls
gonna be
for our
around.
new
Yeah.
podcast where we review Looney Tunes.
Yeah. That's 12 minutes. Well, that's
4 minutes.
2 hours talking about a 12-minute short.
Oh, sign me up.
So Three Stooges podcast.
Ooh.
So then in
One of
frame
us has to leave.
364, the Roadrunner.
Because it's
All right.
synergy. Has to be only 3 of us.
Yeah.
But there were more than...
Next one up. It's from Emery.
Floating chimps.
What?
Huh?
Go
What?
ahead.
Huh?
We're having a side conversation.
Oh.
Yeah. Emery.
Back to the podcast.
Uh-huh.
Next email is from Emery. Title of the email is Grapeful.
Grapeful?
I get it.
Grapeful. APE is all capitalized.
I
Anyway,
see
it
now.
says, Emery says, it's come to my realization that I am very likely the only male to female transgender person that has dropped you a line. I think you're correct on that. While dropping said line, I'm also exploding with the violent rage of a bitchy teenage girl thanks to the estrogen I have begun to flood my body with. Most evenings I like to sit in the dark watching Arrival 2 on repeat so I can cry about something worse than being publicly humiliated and discriminated against with no legal recourse. That got dark for a second.
Not going to lie.
BMF also reminds me that everything could be so much worse even with puppies. And for that, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. In all seriousness, I humbly appreciate the work you do because yelling at my partner about shitty movies she's never seen is not a productive way to spend a Tuesday. Thank you so very much. A fuckload of kisses to you all. Also, fuck Space Buddies. Fuck them each and every one. Except for my future vagina, which will have been replaced with a loose cannon. Emery/Emily. Well, thank you, Emery.
Is it future then loose cannon? Never mind.
What?
There's two
Which will be
tenses.
replaced.
Which will have replaced a loose cannon.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
I may have read it wrong.
Yeah, I had two different
Sent
tenses
from
there.
my future vagina, which will have replaced.
I was trying to
a loose
figure out which
cannon.
page to turn to in
Yeah.
that Choose Your Own Adventure.
Yeah.
So Emery/Emily.
Right. Okay.
Well,
But
Yeah, that went dark, but you know, we're glad that we help.
If-
Don't watch Arrival
Yeah.
2.
If we bring a little light into your life, that's all that matters
Yes.
to us.
Space Buddies. is
Space
all right.
Buddies, though.
It's all right.
Space
Man,
Buddies
no.
is all
No, we haven't watched Space Buddies.
Yeah, we haven't seen Space Buddies yet.
It could be
It's okay.
terrible. It
Super Buddies.
might not be.
Super Buddies is as close as it got to space thus far.
Yeah.
Yeah, there
'Cause
was
it
some
had
space.
aliens.
There was a
involved.
monkey in space that
There
came
was.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Earth.
Hey, we could
again.
watch it for April
Man,
next
watch
week.
that April.
That was a monkey though.
Yeah, whatever.
I think one of like Treasure Buddies or one of them has a monkey in it.
No,
too.
there was a Space Buddies from 2009.
Oh yeah, no, I knew that.
No, I'm just saying.
know.
There's one
Okay.
with there's one where that monkey is in it. Like
It's a different character.
yeah,
Yeah,
What-
I think it was Treasure's Buddies because I
yeah, because one of them has a fez
took a
on.
picture and sent it to you. Jesus.
Oh yeah, that's right. You were like, look, there's a monkey in this.
Yeah.
Yep.
Monkeys. All right.
Should just do Buddies Month.
no.
Let's not do that.
Vetoed.
So, we're going to close out this week with Scott. You hear that sigh because puns are incoming.
Yes. All right.
Scott.
All right. I was just waiting to hear which Scott it was.
Scott
I think
Twos.
Scott sends these just like to hurt me personally.
Scott
Because
2's
he
pun
knows
time.
how angry I get when you guys drop puns.
Pun time, fun time.
Yeah.
With Scott 2.
Puns.
So,
Welcome to Pun Corner.
Scott titles his email, "Pressuring someone to become Zen makes you a Budapest." Greetings, Harley, Mako, CJ, and Buck. I considered leaving a voicemail, but thought I might be charged since the Garfield phone is technically a feline.
Bravo. Bravo.
It keeps going. Although, if there is a charge, I suppose you could just put it on my tabby. Maybe next time. It continues. So you can't do car May DM because blah blah consecutive theme months or whatever. Fair point. But you guys do seem to like the idea of dedicating a month to car movies, and there are a lot of months left on the calendar. So consider this a last dish effort. Start your Junes. Car movies in July, because good luck turning July into a car pun. Autogust or August. And finally,
August.
September Burnout. And this one can be installed on any of the remaining calendar months. Should you decide to do a month of car movies down the road, maybe one of these will give you a jump start. And with that, I'll retire to push my for car movies because I wind up spinning my wheels. I'm off to go watch Hunchbacks race dirt bikes. Sounds weird, but it's just a quasi-motocross. Scott 2 out, sent via Bicycle Messenger's iPad. I like that Chuck got defeated. Chuck is
The last one just broke me.
Chuck is just sitting there shaking his head with his arms crossed going, you know what, Scott? Fuck off.
You win.
No. Nice job, Scott.
You were
I do
a
enjoy
genius
reading
and a
those.
beautiful man.
So, yeah.
The first one broke me because I'm like, is that a thing? Like, for just a second, I was lured into that. Like, you're actually watching? Yeah.
Yep.
No.
But thanks, Scott. Keep him coming. So,
Are we done?
you want to let people know how to send more incredible puns that
Yes.
I get to get tongue twistered on?
Yes. Send email to bmf@bmfcast.com. Go to bmfcast.com. Look at the buttons on the right-hand side. Click on them for all of our social things, including iTunes, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and all the other crap. Also, if you want to call in and you're not afraid of the fee line, give us a ring, 9105-JOCKS-BMF, 916...
It's been a while.
Yeah, I'm...
It's been a while.
You're dead. I will hurt you.
9105-JOCKS-BMF. Give us a ring. keep your messages short and sweet. And that's it.
Yep.
And if you want to make us some money, click on any of our Amazon links on any of the movies on there. You don't even have to buy that movie. You can just click it, go buy something else. And
Click it, look at it, and go, oh, yeah, that's a movie.
and Amazon gives us like 15 cents maybe.
Sure, yeah. Yeah.
If you bought an Xbox for $500.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they're better than that, but not much. Maybe 20 cents.
And also just know that it won't give you any confirmation or anything. It's just a back-end sort of thing, and you won't see it, and it won't cost you any money, except for the money that you're already committed to spending because you want an item.
Yeah, you're just clicking a link that has a secret number in there. It's like, hey, the Bad Movie Fiend sent you. Here's cool.
Yeah. But we appreciate it.
Yep.
Helps keep the servers running.
Yep.
Etc.
Churning and burning.
Yeah, all that. So, man, only 1 week left in April.
I know. What a
I
shame.
feel like there have only been 2 weeks this month. It's weird.
There have. You missed a week.
Oh. What'd you guys watch?
I don't know. Someone monkeys.
Tony Danza movie.
Oh, yeah, that one.
Was it any good?
Nope.
Shortest first half ever.
Pretty short.
Oh, good.
Pretty sure.
Yep.
Sweet.
Sure might have been one of the shortest podcasts we've had in a while.
It definitely was.
Yeah, it was
I
just
believe
me
it
not being
was.
here.
Shortest
No
in a long
email,
time.
me skipping out,
Yeah.
just not blabbing, running my mouth. All that.
So speaking
All
of
right.
keeping it short, let's just get out of here.
Yes.
That sounds great.
I'm Harlow.
I'm Mackie.
I'm BJ.
And I'm Chuck.
And this is BMFcast out. See you next week, bitches.
Yes.
Yes, bitches.
Banter.
Bitches.
Banter.
Yes.
Witticisms.
Whoa. Witty
pun.
retort.
Clever pun.
Rejected solitude.
Oh.
Chortles.
Chortles.
Right. Oh, crap. I didn't want to sign on that account.
Yeah, Treasure Brothers was sitting there in the pile of kids' movies, like right on top, and I was like, hey, look, buddies. There's B-Dog, that son of a bitch.
Oh, B-Dog, such an asshole.
Yep, right on the cover, just like, look at me, I'm going to fuck this movie up. B-Dog.
10 movie kids back.
I've got to make sure we have next week's movie.
What, is Spy Mate not on Netflix anymore?
I just make sure we have it here, which we do.
Better be... Oh.
Stream.it.
Just watch Miami Magma.
Spy Mate!
Does that have apes in it? Does Miami Magma have apes in it?
I don't know. It should. It's in Miami.
Escape from the zoo.
Ape Escape.
Escape
The great escape.
from the planet of the
We
apes.
should play Ape Escape for no quarters. Classic.
Oh, can we?
Well, good night, everyone.
Did you look up Netflix?
Time to go
Netflix
home.
Netflix is being a dick.
Stop being a dick.
I really hate that Netflix makes you log in before you can do freaking anything with them.
Do you want to see that? No, sorry.
Can I stream.it?
I know, I'm there
I
already.
know.
I'm already there. It's searching all of them.
Searching.
Do. Looks like it's not there anymore.
Well, we've got it.
All right.
Oh, right.
Spy Mate's on?
Save. Huh?
They took Spy Mate off?
Yeah.
Don't they know it's April?
Apparently they
That's
don't.
probably why it's gone. They're like,
Yeah.
hey,
Do they know it?
let's watch a fucking ape movie. You go.
You better pony up for the disc, man.
Yeah.
We'll send you that disc.
Yeah.
Get that hot disc.
Dicks and shit. Oh, wait.
What? No.
Oh, disc. Sorry.
All right. Toodles.
Good night.
Internet. We're going to end this now.
Good night, everyone.
Sorry I didn't change the thing till now.
That's all
whatever.
right.
Eh. Bye.